Are you tired of being so confused? You feel like you're more fucked up than the lies on the evening news. Well, just step right in. We can talk about it all as friends. And if you want, we can hug and kiss and make up for the party ends. Agree or disagree, stop offering me. 'Cause I'm everything you want, damn sure what you need. I won't tell no lies, back up on the facts with truth. And if you can't get down with that, you must be somebody's stuff.
Hey guys, Barry Morgenstein, America's headshot photographer, coming to you from my New York City studio. Great friend of the Dumb Show. It is now time to put down the camera because it's almost 7.
I just realized after watching Barry's video 700 times that he has the lens cap on.
Oh, does he?
So I'm like, I don't know what type of photography you're used to, but I usually, anyway.
Put down the camera because it's almost 7 p.m. and I'm gonna watch the coolest, the most real and raw show on the internet. It's on every night, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time with the coolest guys, Matt, Olivia, Leroy, and Amy. You guys have to tune in to see it. It's gonna be something incredible every night. Check it out.
Adjusting transmitter output.
This is the Don't Unfriend Me Show with your hosts, Matt, Leroy, Amy, and Olivia. Geopolitics, military analysis, and election coverage. Coming to you live on all major social media channels at The Dumb Show. Honest, direct, unfiltered. We can agree, we can disagree. Just don't unfriend me.
What's going on, everybody? I was letting you know your hair looked good. Pigtails, but kind of full. I don't. They look good. I'm just saying. It takes off like, I don't know, 10 years. So now you look 20. Now you look 22. You look 22 now.
22.
Well, I know. Paul, they don't know you're in the room yet. You can't green room. They can hear you. It's okay, buddy. We did this last time, if you remember. It's okay. I remember last time. Coming soon, folks. Mandy and Paul Carafortes are in the house, and he is in the house right now.
Carafortes.
Whatever. I said Carafortes last time, and I was corrected that it was Fotes. So which one is it? I mean, come on.
Carafortes.
I said it was Fotes.
Carafortes.
I said it was Carafortes.
Fortes is what my brother friends from the hood call me.
Not
Fortes.
as Fortes.
No, is it Carafortes?
Carafortes. Got it. So it's okay. So let's do it one more time. Let's do it one more time. Liv, give me the proper pronunciation.
Carafortes.
So it's like
Perfect.
a fody.
Bingo.
It's like a fody. Like a fody.
Well, the girls who thought I was cute used to call me Fody. Fody.
Okay, then I will make sure not to call you that. I'm just gonna call you Paul.
Clarify.
It's Paul.
There you go.
It's Paul. March 9th, Brad Collar is in the house, running for governor of Minnesota. Kathy and Chuck Peterson from the Chuck Peterson studio. Who else lives coming on the 31st also?
Jessica Lynch will be here on the 31st. Philip Hamilton will be on the 16th in-house.
Yep.
and working on an older millennial.
Yep.
Will be on. We just have not set a date yet. So working on that and working on a few others.
So we got a whole bunch of good stuff coming, folks. Goal is up, dumbshow.com/donate. You buy hats, you buy coffee, you buy shirt, all that type of stuff. Head on over if you want to get some stuff like we're wearing right now. You can't get Olivia's shirt, unfortunately. We don't sell that there. But we're going to bring on Mandy and Paul, last name undisclosed, because I seem to have a problem with saying it. But it doesn't matter. You know what's funny? I had it right when we first started this, and then I got changed by yep, and then I've screwed it up ever since, but that's okay. Paul's here. Let's talk about it. Paul, Mandy, welcome to the show.
You just say Charlie Bubbles.
I could say that. I'm just going to say Paul. I'm going to make it easy. I already feel like an ass. Mandy, welcome to the Don't Unfriend Me show. How are you?
Hey, how are you guys? Great to be here.
Yeah. Good
to see you, Mandy.
Good to see you too, Paulie.
How did you get here twice in a month? Walk us through it, Mandy. What's going on tonight? Who are we talking about? What are we talking about? Why don't you introduce Paul? Probably because you can say his name right, and then we'll talk about the rest.
Paul Carafortes needs no introduction. He's a actor and children's book author. And I was very honored that he included me in this amazing, amazing book that he wrote called it's called Charlie Bubbles Braveheart.
Braveheart, honey.
I got a little tongue-tied, but Braveheart.
I never do. I never do. You can tell.
There's a beautiful cover. And you actually designed the cover, and it's absolutely beautiful. But
thank you. Well, thank you very much. Thank you. Give everybody a Cadillac.
Wait a second. Are we being serious? I'm all right. So
I want you kind of. Oh, go ahead.
How long have you been?
Listen. Hold on. Let me. Mandy left out a few things there. Mandy is a fan of. Yes, she's a fan of Knots Landing. I was her series regular on Knots Landing for a couple of seasons. On the internet, this is all connected now. On the internet, there are many fan pages and so on and so forth. Right. A lot of people love and dig Knots Landing. It's back on television somewhere. It's right now at somebody's house, at a theater near you, or a kitchen near you. And Mandy is a fan of the show, and this all came to be, I think, from some DMs, right? Whatever. We connected on Facebook. Wasn't that where it happened?
Instagram. I started following you on Instagram. And then you DM me to see if anyone would be interested in reading the books, and if I knew anyone who wanted to share the books. And then my work on Newsmax came into play because I was trying to help you in any way I could with promoting of your children's book series, and that we just kind of hit it off from there. And I wasn't even initially in on helping him design the book.
Well, this is the thing. Exactly. So what happened was my illustrator, we got into a contractual disagreement. And so I was left without a illustrator. And in talking to Mandy, I was saying my woes about what was happening. And then I had gotten a call from one of the people from Knots Landing, one of the fans, and asked me if I would speak to a dad, Bill Dombrowski, whose daughter was born with half a heart. Okay. So it's a tall order to be asked to write a book, like sort of just, can you write a made to order book about the story of my kid? And it was very touching, obviously, and that Charlie Bubbles has a lot of heart. And he's helpful, loving, and kind. It didn't take me long, so I said yes. But now I had no illustrator. And in walks this beautiful woman who was talking to me, and she said, I'd like to try to do that. And I didn't say anything to her because I've made 6, 7 of these books now, and I know what goes into this. So she was so enthusiastic. I said, well, let me see what happens. and you have the book there, or the cover of the book, and Mandy really did an unbelievable job. The pictures, the stuff that's inside the book is beautiful, and that's
Okay.
all I'm gonna say.
Now, first of all, I had no idea. I had no idea. So I did the promo and I built the slides and everything, which we'll get into. But I just saw that. Mandy, is this the first book that you designed?
Yes.
What, okay, so now I'm intrigued.
And the last.
Yeah, well, it's I guess it depends on sales, I would suppose. But Mandy, how did you use software for this? I mean, did you freehand this type of stuff? Did you use Illustrator?
Yeah.
What?
No. So I do know how to draw. I do know how to paint. I used to do all that in the former life. But on this one, we had a very quick, tight deadline, and Paul had designed the cover through AI, computer animated, whatever he did, and then I did use AI to help me through his story. He gave me this story, and the story he wrote was absolutely heartbreaking and beautiful. And I was completely attached to this project. When he talked about baby Isabella and her family and her dad, Bill, I just so wanted to help him with this and complete it. And I felt so bad for what happened to you and the illustrator and all that. And so we had a quick time frame. I did some of it. I mean, well, all of it is AI. And then I designed some of it through a different program. I would tighten it. I had to move stuff around, add stuff.
Sure.
It was very, and it's almost like part of me. And a couple times even I told Jack, I'm like, I should just draw this. This might be better if I just like painted and drew the whole thing, only because it is really difficult to keep the consistency with the character.
Yes.
Yeah, it was it was really, really a lot of work, as Paul knows. Paul worked very hard on it too. But it was just such an honor to do this. And then
I just had the whip. I just kept saying, "Come on, let's go." We're losing light. We're losing light.
That usually works in my experience too. I
didn't talk about the handcuffs, but
since we.
That's on the lowdown.
I thought we crossed the line earlier. Apparently not. So we're just gonna. All right. So here's the deal. So we've only got a little bit of time on this. So okay. So Paul, you came on. Oh, I don't know. What, about 8 months ago, Liv? Maybe a little bit about that. And you had just started, like, I think, was it conceptualizing, or you started printing? Where were we at in the process of this book?
8 months ago, I think I probably had it written, and we were just starting. I mean, I had the cover and I had the story, and then Mandy, was diligently working on trying to piece it together. We used, stuff from the original first book. The images, we try to take what we could from my first book, because the doesn't matter. But I mean, I was going to say the girl that was doing my illustrations for the last two books, she was, you can't use my stuff, which I own, but you know how these things, it's
yes,
like rock and roll bands, you know what I mean? They break up and then it's my song and you put my name first and do this and that. So this was a labor of true love. This was something like I didn't expect. And I think 8 months ago, because I just did finish working with Brad Pitt, I'm doing that, the Hollywood Once Upon a Time in Hollywood sequel. So I was on that when this all happened. So this was all during sort of work and play. And Mandy is the reason. I am going to give it to her. She is the writing part of this was pretty much easy. The story more or less tells itself. It's a very heartbreaking story. But it's very sad.
Walk us through the story, Paul. It just just a quick snapshot. I don't want to give it all away, but then I want you to tell us a little bit about the story and the overall topic, please.
Okay. Well, the topic is Isabella. Isabella was a 97-day-old child who, when she was born with half a heart. So she fought this courageous battle only to lose the battle and pass away. I got a call from her dad, and he asked me if I would consider writing a story about his daughter. And that's a tall order, of course, as I've said. But thinking about how Charlie Bubbles has a lot of courage and a lot of heart, and he's helpful, loving, and kind, how could I resist that, really? And once I thought about it, it came pretty quickly. And because I spoke to him, it's basically following, I think, the story more or less of them going to the hospital, trying to, if Charlie comes into her life and knows that she's got some problem, and he's trying to just be there for her, lend his heart to her. I mean, sometimes, the birth of my son was the inspiration for Charlie Bubbles. Charlie's actually, in fact, written a book during the pandemic. So he's actually went from inspiration to writer and participator in this. And this particular story, because I didn't think I was going to do any more. I thought I kind of had the feeling that maybe Charlie Bubbles, my son's 18, playing baseball at college now, and I was hoping that he would sort of kind of get involved more and take over the reins and try to help me, because I'm a one-man show. Come up
Right.
with the stories. Of course, now I'm not. I have my beautiful blonde over there who's, now working with me on the books. But, I have this is, my son was the inspiration. And now we have, of course, a nonprofit, Charlie Bubbles Cares for Kids. We raise money, we take donations, and we give books to children in schools, hospitals, the homeless, Christmas in the City, children's hospitals. And now, of course, with this book, this is being more or less generated to the family, Isabella's family, and they do a lot of fun. So they also have a nonprofit where they raise money, and they do things like involve me and now Mandy into this, and we're sort of all working together to try to get this book, Braveheart, to a lot of families who have been going through more or less the same thing that they went through. And so
how can people give back, Paul? I mean, charliesbubbles.com, is that the best place for them to go and order the book and donate to the
they can go to
cause?
Amazon if they can donate or buy the books at charliebubbles.com. But they can also go to Amazon and they can buy the books there. Every nickel, penny, dime that comes through goes into the Charlie Bubbles Cares for Kids Foundation, and we just get more books to kids.
Yeah, I remember
I have them in my trunk of my car. Every time I take the dogs to the park, I'm giving out books to kids in the park. Birthday parties, I go, oh, how many kids? Boom, get the books.
That's good.
Pretty funny.
That's great. Well, last time you were on, we raised a little bit, and hopefully it helped with getting this thing to print. And I know there's challenges with that. I know this is brand new. I know you want to focus on this book, but what else? Is there anything behind the scenes? Is this kind of reinvigorated you to continue this process now that Mandy's involved, and how could you not be? Or do you think you want your son
Well, I
to take
keep
this?
waiting for Mandy to decide to make a documentary about the whole Charlie Bubbles.
Oh, you're not
experience.
the only one. We're waiting too, but we're get in line, pal.
Yeah, I know there's a long line for Mandy. I know. I've seen it. I've seen this before.
Yeah. So what's next, Paul? I mean, are you going to keep doing books, or do you think this is nonprofit?
Well, I mean,
is gonna...
I don't know. I mean, in fact, we're a little stalled out. We do need funds. I'm trying to find a corporate sponsor that would make my life a little bit simpler, so they don't have to keep going around, trying to raise the money and try to continue to do this. So that's what would be very helpful if there's anybody out there that would like to jump in as a corporate sponsor for Charlie Bubbles.
Right.
That would be phenomenal. That's where we'd like to go. That's the direction we're going in. So
I got a
that's what
question
I'm
for you,
trying
Paul.
to-
Paul, I've looked at the books that you've done. Have you done a book yet on veterans?
A Charlie Bubbles veterans book?
Veteran themed. I know we've got baseball, and I know you've got several other books, Christmas and holiday. Have you thought about doing a veteran based book? Possibly
No, but
grab it.
I'd like to do one probably because
let's
I think
you and
that's
I-
a good idea.
I got about 3,500 501c3s that I know and work with from Burbiz and SHOT Show.
Do you
and some
know
other
Joe
places.
Montaigne? Do you know Joe
not-
Montaigne?
not-
He does the.
I personally know.
Oh, okay, because you know every year he does the thing in Washington for the veterans.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah,
him and what's his name? I can't remember his name right now, but Lieutenant Dan.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
Gary
He's
Gary
Lieutenant Dan.
Sinise and the Gary Sinise
Yeah,
Foundation.
Gary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Although we actually wound up making some flags for the Gary Sinise Foundation, but we just used to work with a company, did a lot of that, and we can put you in touch with some people. There's a guy named Scott Davidson. He runs Burbiz, which basically brings all the nonprofit military organizations together. And I bet if you could co-opt a book with them, that you
well,
you
I've
might
given
be,
a lot to Wounded Warrior. They've gotten a number of books from me over the years.
yeah,
Probably
maybe
around
that's something we can
500
help.
books for the kids.
Maybe we can help
Yeah,
with some
that would be
introductions or
great.
something. Yeah, for sure,
I'd love that.
for
You're
sure.
gonna force me back into working and writing again, which I'm not too pleased with. But we'll talk about that off the air.
Yeah, that's fine. That's it's what we do here. As long as I get your last name right and make you work again, I mean, I guess it's a good
I
trade.
know, you know, you can call me anything you want if you get me a corporate sponsor.
I'm just saying. I mean, I'll make the introductions. Mandy, as far as you, I mean, this is a different pace for you, right? So you do work with Newsmax. We've seen your documentaries, and you guys are,
Yeah, she does a great
staples
job.
on this show. How is this for you, and what was your major takeaway from this experience? Because it's got to be completely just different than what you do right now, and it's got to be a whole new thing. How was the process for you?
it is. I absolutely loved it because, like I said, I'm very artistic by nature. I drawing, painting, sculpting. So this was really an amazing creative outlet for me. And, in addition to working with Paul and working for Isabella's family and having Isabella, front and center the whole time, this
Yeah.
was really, really, it was just wonderful. It was a wonderful experience. It was hard, because we were doing, as you guys know, I work with my husband, Jack, on the Newsmax documentaries. So it was definitely hard, but it was very worth it. And, like I said, Paul, you were great on this. And I know you were under the gun, and, we muscled through it together. So it was awesome.
Yeah, it was really quite an experience to have, to do the way this all came together. Really, I mean, it's kind of like the way
Very
life
strange.
works,
Yeah. There was, definitely the fates were aligned, because
Yeah,
what's
there was
crazy,
no plan. There was no
right?
plan.
And I'm a new Knots fan too. That's what's so weird. Jack and I Jack caught it the first time. I didn't. I was too young for Knots, and my parents didn't watch it. And
Oh, really? You were too
yeah.
young? Oh, really?
That's a subtle dig on the older
That's a
farts in
subtle
the audience.
zing. Yeah, that's a little zing to me there.
I
A
wasn't
little
even born.
zeb.
No, but so Jack caught it the first time, and he's like, he kept telling me, you got to watch Knots Landing. We got to watch Knots Landing. And finally we started watching it. And of course I was addicted, because it's an amazing show. It's one of the best shows on TV. In my opinion, it's one of the top shows. And, Paul, we noticed Paul, and we were like, anytime Jack and I watch something, whenever there's someone that stands out, or, wow, they're really good, we look them up, and we see, we go to IMDb and check them out and kind of see, what's what. And, we definitely recognized Paul from other stuff. And, I forgot how it came up. We looked him up. Oh, this guy. Yeah. We know this guy. And then, I went to social media, saw that he was following, that we're kind of like-minded, which was really nice. And,
So he's a liberal. He's a
bleeding heart, tree hugging.
No.
And then he just
You mean
contacted.
libtard? Is that what you're trying to call me?
No,
Libtard? Is that what
not
you're
at all. Not at all. I don't use those monikers. Only liberals do. We don't do that.
Okay, that's not what I heard.
We use big words over here. So
It's like my last name that you can't say right.
No, I don't speak WAP, so I'm sorry.
It's not. You see, you stepped in it again. It's Greek.
I told you we do. Is it actually
What's the
Greek
matter
though?
with you?
Is it Greek? Because
Where the
there's
hell are
seven.
you?
There's seven different
Where are you?
pronunciations.
I'm coming over.
We're in Virginia, so there's like seven different pronunciations. Can we ask about the etymology of the word? Because Greek, Italian.
Okay, Greek. Cara means in Greek.
Yeah.
Now you could do this in Greek and Spanish, but in Greek,
Yeah.
cara means fire.
Ah.
Portia is photo, and it's in Spanish. It's picture face. You see this face? Take a picture.
Okay. So all right. So let me ask you a question. So I don't feel like a complete knucklehead. How many people screw up the name when they try to say it? Be honest.
Well, now that my son's playing baseball in college, he gets announced.
Oh, so it's
And
all over the place.
This is a litmus test. This is
Yeah.
So we go to, like, if I'm going to some I forget where we're just at playing, and the guy said it perfectly, and I missed him getting a hit because I turned to the booth going, "Yeah, you got the name right." Like, people are going, nobody knew what the hell was going on.
See, because we talked last time about the Greek, because my grandmother, my yaya and papu were Callias, and we knew that. But when I was looking up and doing the research for the show, it came up as like Italian, it came up as Greek, it came up as Spanish.
Well, I make my living as an Italian.
Yeah, well, that was
all my career as an actor. I played Carluccio, Salvucci from All the Right Moves. You just got on the list.
Yeah, always Italian.
I just did Tulsa King, and that was Ralphie Castellana.
Yeah.
It just happened. Knots Landing is the anomaly, because I played the character Harold Dyer.
Yeah. It didn't fit you.
The very first day on the set, I went down and I said to the director who was directing that episode, I said, "Look at me. Now look at you. Look at me.
Right.
Look at you.
Right.
Do I look like a Harold to you? Because you look like a Harold to me."
Right.
He says, he looks at me, he goes, "No, you don't. Come on." And they used to have phones. We were shooting on stage 25 over at MGM. And he picked up the phone, he called the office, and he says, "Hey, I got the kid that's playing Harold down here. And I got to tell you, this kid does not look like a Harold. Like, Joey, Vinny, Bobby,
Tony."
And then he's
Luciano.
like, Tony, right? So then he goes, he's listening, hangs up the phone, he turns to me, he goes, "You're Harold."
That's great.
They weren't going to change it.
So you said something that intrigues me here. Is you said you were working with Pitt 8 months ago. I don't know if you told us that. So is there really is a second Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, and is it Quentin Tarantino?
Well, it's David Fincher directing. Quentin Tarantino's script, because he's only going to do one more movie, so he didn't want his last movie to be a sequel. And how it happened was Fincher was working on Squid Games, the American version of that, and I guess Tarantino sent the script to Brad, and Brad took it to David, and so it's a Fincher, Pitt, Tarantino, or Tarantino, depending on who you're talking to.
Right.
You're talking to Fincher, it's a Fincher movie. You're talking to Tarantino, it's a Tarantino movie. But if you're talking to Brad Pitt, he don't give a fuck.
No, as long as the money's right. When is that coming out? Roughly, any idea?
Well, they are actually got 3 reels locked out of the 6 or whatever it is that they're doing. So it's probably going to be June.
Wow. Well, great.
And it's called The Adventures of Cliff, the continuing adventures of Cliff Booth. That was the character Brad's
in the first one.
Character played. Yeah. And he's not going to have a 6-pack in this. That's the only thing I can tell you.
But that'll be the first movie, I think, ever that Brad Pitt hasn't had a 6-pack in it. I'm going through his entire...
Yeah, pretty much.
He's always yoked in every single movie he's in.
Yeah, I know. But not in this one.
Not in this one. All right. Well, listen, Paul, we appreciate you here, man.
I was in Fight Club with him, for crying out loud. We go back to Fight Club.
Oh, that's right. You were in Fight Club. That is correct. But you're not supposed to talk about that. So you can't. We're not allowed to talk about that.
Oh, you are very quick, young man.
I appreciate it, Bubba. It took me a while to come up with it, but I'll do better next time. Listen, Paul, tell everyone, how do you get the book in their hand? How can they help out? People are going to want to pick up the book.
They can go to Charlie Bubbles. Yeah, charliebubbles.com. We have a PayPal and Venmo button you can push there and leave a donation, or you can send me a check you can buy a book. You can buy the series. There's like 7 or 8, 9 books now, so you can buy the whole series, which would be very helpful.
Thank you for giving us those. We do appreciate it. We do often share them with friends and talk about them. Yeah.
Oh, I sent you some books. Wait a minute.
You did.
I think I sent you books.
Yes,
you did. Yeah. We did. We showed them to our family, and we've showed them to friends, and absolutely. And Olivia does.
I'm a nanny.
Work, so she gets to show the books to her kids. So
she's a nanny, really? You could be my nanny.
That's I'll let that go because of the WAP comment. So
one good turn deserves another.
Well, that's when the duct tape and roofies wore off that I told her, and she stuck around. So that's a good thing. Mandy, we love having you here. We always do final words. We always let you guys kind of, put your bow on it. You did Marxism in America, which was extremely a great show. Had a lot of conversation. People were they loved it. They ate it up. But you get final word, and then we'll hand it over. Well, we get 1 minute, and then we'll give it to Paul to close us out, and we'll let you guys get back to it. So it's all yours, Mandy.
Okay, well, I just want to thank you guys again for having us on. I love you guys. We love you guys. I know Jack missed being on tonight, but, just...
Was Jack going to come on?
And what's Jack doing, by the way?
He's on the treadmill, if I'm not mistaken.
He's doing his thing on the treadmill.
It's good.
Is this live?
Well, yeah. Yeah.
Oh, this is live? Nobody told me live. I thought I haven't performed in front of a live audience in 25 years.
Oh, that's okay. Nobody's watching, bro. So it's okay. Nobody's watching. There's only about 175 on, so that's not that bad. But at least you get exposure, and that's what we're trying to do is get this word out. And by the time this is said and done, we'll have 30,000 people who watch this episode, and they all like to help out. So we appreciate it.
That's great. You got a great crowd. You guys did. You did help us out in the first go around, and I hope that they're still as generous as they once were.
Well, yeah,
that would be very kind of them.
We're all pinching the belt right now, trying to figure out what's going to happen to gas prices. I think we're all a little nervous about it for sure. So,
I live in California, so the gas prices are going to be $10 a gallon in 6 months.
Yeah, they don't even allow you guys to have cars anymore. I heard. So it's pretty bad out there right now.
It's not the cars; it's the mileage.
Yeah, and the air conditioning during the summer, which is also a pain. We lived there for
4 years.
Yeah, and then I lived there for 18 before. I miss old school California. I really do. It's a beautiful place, and it was such a great.
Yes, I got here. The first trip I made was in '79, and then '80 I moved here with my first starring vehicle, and I've been here since then. And I'm telling my wife constantly that we have to move.
Yeah,
I hate to go, but.
We love to see you out here.
I just can't. They're going to tax us to death here.
Well, yeah, and it's not going to stop.
And Gavin Gruesome Newsom, I'm sorry to say, is a bum. He's not a good governor, and he would be even a worse president because he guys ruined this state.
He's horrible.
I don't want to turn this into politics. Because I'm talking about a children's book.
We profane politics on this show. We can't stand it when people do that. So,
but I will say that. This was once was paradise here.
Yeah, I know. I grew up 74 to 92. I lived in California. Then I came back when I worked for Apple.
Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you something.
12 inches.
12 inch. Wow. Well, hey, I'll take 1.5 pounds.
You wonder why she stuck around. You know what I'm saying? So
sure
go ahead.
Listen, you when you wake up, it'll all be over.
Yeah,
so listen, I have my question for you is when I first got here, I wouldn't tell. I had a buddy of mine that used to say, "Isn't it great here? Look at the girls, look at the mountains, look at the thing, look at the beach." He'd say to me, "Don't tell your friends."
Yeah, used to be that way.
Mm-hmm.
Don't
used
tell
to be
them.
that way. Yeah.
You don't want any more people here.
That's where we were at in Texas, and then they didn't listen. Then we were that way. Seems like wherever we go, we turn it into a Democratic stronghold. Colorado turned into a shithole. Arizona, California, Texas, and then we moved to Virginia. And we're like, everywhere we go, it turns blue. And we're like, will you guys stop following us because you're ruining every single state that's worth going to? So
Yeah.
Now is Virginia blue? No, Virginia's
oh
a
yeah,
red
solid.
state, isn't it?
No, solid blue, 120% blue.
No.
Every single level of government, they just this last election it completely flipped blue. So
Oh, because you got
we're-
that crazy, what's her name, right?
Spanberger.
Spanbitcher. Yeah.
Spermberger.
Spermberger.
That one's good.
That's a good one. That's a good one, Paul. That's good. I'm going to use that one. Listen, we got to keep a schedule. We appreciate you guys so much. Go over to charliebubbles.com. Pick up the book.
Guys.
We love you guys.
Yep.
Thank you so
Thanks,
much.
guys. See you later. It's good seeing you guys.
We'll
Good to
talk
see
soon.
you all.
See you soon. Bye
Mandy,
bye.
I'll talk to you soon, babes.
Okay.
All right, you guys. See ya. Bye bye.
Bye.
Mandy and Paul, charliesbubbles.com. Go over there and take a look, please. And we always love having those two on, and we will continue to bring them on. We still have a show to do. We've got a lot to do, so we might as well get to it. Liv, anything we need to be talking about other than what we're talking about right now, or do we get to just go right into it?
We can just go right into it.
Okay. Folks, donation lines are open. If you're interested, go over to charliebubbles.com. Charlie's Bubbles, plural. .com. Get yourself a book if you want to, or you go to the Donut For Me show, and you can also donate to the show. We are now 100% ready to rock and roll, and numbers are starting to climb. We always try to bring on interesting guests, and it doesn't matter where they're from. Paul, like I said, was in Sopranos, Knots Landing, Fight Club. The guy's a great actor, and Mandy is just a sweetheart.
Oh, he's in Tulsa King right now.
Tulsa King right now. That's right. And Mandy Del Rio is just an absolute sweetheart. We love her to death, and her husband Jack. So they've done some great documentaries on Newsmax. So look them up, and you can always go ahead and take a look at the notes on the show. Jasmine Crockett speaks perfect English. You guys, listen. I got called a racist today because I basically made fun of her working at Waffle House, and people are like, "That's racist," and I said, "No, it's not. I'm stating the facts. This woman patronizes black people. She's condescending towards them and uses her hood rat language to garner votes. But when she's on the national stage or she's on CNN or she's fundraising, the only time she talks like this is when she is in, a hearing or oversight committee or some sort of board in her role as a representative. And her district gets cut out from underneath her because of redistricting in Texas, and then she runs for Senate. She complains that she didn't get the right airtime on Kimmel, and then now she's saying Republicans stole the election from her and set her up, versus that she is just an idiot and can't put two sentences together. But that's not true. She can. That's the problem. And if this Jasmine Crockett would have shown up, this one, she probably would have been taken seriously. Here's the video. Liv found this, and let's watch this real quick.
Stated, we encourage each and every one of you to remain resilient. We cannot allow this type of behavior to be rewarded, because so long as they know that they can win, even if it means cheating, then they will continue to do it. So I am asking you, I am begging you to make sure that you go ahead and figure out where it is that you are supposed to vote. Stand in line, wait in line. All Red has already stated. We encourage each and...
So immediately in a position to just pull up old clips and show you. Liv, you found this. What are we going to watch here?
We're going to watch the 8 different lives of Jasmine Crockett.
Oh, it's like the 3 faces of Eve. This is like the 8 faces of Jasmine. All right, let's listen to this.
Actually, what they are fearful of is my authenticity, because it rings true with every single American. No one could have told me that when I went down to Austin, now it looks like a little bit over a year ago, that I would be running for Congress. Maybe because these people, they are crazy, because they always talk about how Christian they is. Yeah, I don't know how many of them on that side are getting divorced because they getting caught up sleeping with their co-workers, staffers, interns, all the things. On-campus mailboxes, and at that time, my school hired the Cochran firm. And there was a lawyer who graduated from University of Houston who was assigned to me. You're not. We done picking cotton. We are. You can't pay us enough to find a plantation. I want the American people to know that when you stand up to a bully, you win. Do not back down. Do not bend. And I'm going to be the first one You and your little friend off of Twitter. Y'all about to find out, all right? But at the end of the day, I am who I am, and I am authentic.
Is she Popeye?
My favorite part is I am authentic. Oh, yeah,
I am
honey.
who I am.
Totally authentic.
Like, have we heard the? I mean, I hope we have.
Must have taken some cues from Hillary Clinton.
I mean, a hot sauce.
And I'm amazed that I'm in no ways tired. I'm amazed she didn't pull that one out too.
Hot sauce in my bag, swag.
Yep, hot sauce in my bag.
So
swag.
the question, center. Sorry, you're uncentered. I don't understand why you always creep. Like, you just got to be closer to me. I mean, that should be an incentive.
It's like, I don't understand. It's moving every night because
it's you. It's you. It's okay. It's like I creep too. I do it all the time, and you'll see me do this. Like, and I gotta go. See, I'm going the wrong way. It is what it is. It's called the creep, and we do it. So, is she done? Is she going to go again? Do you think she's going to run for governor? She can be Beto O'Rourke. She runs for House. She runs for Senate. She then runs for governor. Does the trifecta of failure?
Well, I mean, is she a Bernie fan? Because if she is, she might run for the next 25 years and never win.
Well,
so.
at least Bernie, got something out of it. Got a couple of houses, and then he's like, all right, I guess I'm not going to run anymore. But I don't know. She reminds me of Stacey Abrams. She's just going to keep running until she, somehow wins.
Well, it's the only way she can make her money.
She could. Like, I could imagine her having a name like Galaxy or something and going for the Diamond Cabaret.
Destiny.
Destiny, some big booty lover, and like Sir Mix-a-Lot, Baby Got Back plays when she comes out. Hey, puppy. So, Jasmine Crockett, you don't think we've seen the last of her, huh? Is she going to be the Black Carrie Lake? She's just like not going to go away.
Probably. She seems like it. She's already freaking out. I mean, she got primaried out. She didn't even get beat by Republicans. She got primaried out.
Yeah, I know.
So it's her own party. So that means her own party doesn't want her in. It's not like she got beat by Republicans. So
well, Rachel Maddow, you're even sounding like a little bit of a hood rat right there. You're like, she all got beat up by some Republicans.
We're talking about her, so
yeah, but your Southern came out a little bit there. Would you like some Colt 45 and some chicken and some grape juice? So grape soda. Sorry,
technically we're still a part of the South.
We are. So yeah. I mean, her possible replacement is a nutter too, and he's like, I would rather have her.
Really?
Yeah, she's just loud. She's just loud. But this guy's Spanberger in male form. Oh, complete socialist. Abortions. Transgenders can get abortions. Men can get abortions. I mean, just nutter. Oh, complete nutter. So Tallarico is crazy. Instead, Texas Dems voted for Tallarico, who believe there are 6 genders, and said God is a woman or a man or whatever you want him to be. This is absolutely true. This guy's he's a wacko turd. I'd rather have Jasmine Crockett. At least, I can handle hood rat, and know that nobody takes her seriously. But this Tallarico totally reminds me of Beto O'Rourke. Newsome. He's a slime ball. What's up?
I'm looking what Paul sent me real quick. Seeing what that's all about.
I already have it.
Oh, you do? Okay.
Yeah, we run a show here.
Okay.
Of course I've already got it.
Okay.
Hey, Paul, stay in your lane, okay? You're not a producer. Just kidding.
Oh, goodness.
Tellerico's a putz. Okay, so here is Aaron Spencer. This is a good one. Oh, donation. Thank God. Last night was rough.
Thomas Austin. Thank you. All
Outlaws
funds do help. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Tommy. We appreciate you. The Real Outlaws is back. Good to see you, buddy. Hand waving. So, Aaron Spencer, this is a sheriff. And I'm not going to go into where he's from because I don't want people involved in this, and I'm going to leave this guy alone. But I think the story is important enough. This guy, there was a 40-something old male who had 40 some odd counts of illicit sexual relationships with a minor and underage child. I mean, bad stuff. I mean, this guy was a pedo. And he groomed his daughter and had the daughter leave, and her father went into her bedroom and she wasn't there. And I think she was 14. And he started looking around the neighborhood, and he got to a car, and this guy, this pedo, was in a sexual relationship with his daughter and had groomed her. And the guy took off in the vehicle, and the father, he's ex-airborne military, tracked him down and pulled him out of the car and killed him. And now he's facing murder charges. And he just won sheriff with 53% of the vote. He ran for sheriff while he has pending murder charges and won. You got to listen to this. This is amazing. Listen.
Hello, Lone Oak. My name is Aaron Spencer. Many of you know my story. I'm the father who acted to protect his daughter when the system failed. I'm also a husband.
I so want this guy on the show, Liv. Get him. Get him booked.
A combat veteran of the 82nd Airborne Division, a contractor, and a farmer. And through my own fight for justice, I have seen firsthand the failures in law enforcement and in our circuit court. And I refuse to stand by while others face these same failures. That's why I'm announcing my candidacy to run for Lonoke County Sheriff. This campaign isn't about me. It's about every parent, every neighbor, every family who deserves to feel safe in their homes and safe in their community. It's about restoring trust, where neighbors know law enforcement is on their side, and families know that they will not be left alone in a moment of need. Together, we can build a safer, stronger Lonoke County for every family. I'm Aaron Spencer, and I'm running for sheriff of Lonoke County.
And he won.
Did you say Lonoke or
We're not going to get into that. I'm not going to out this guy. There's sickos out there. I know it's out there, but I'm not going to be the one where some asshole tracks this guy down. We're going to track him down and try to get him on the show. But let me ask you a question. Something happens like that. There's a pedophile who preys on our child, and I go around the neighborhood and I see him in the car at 14. What do you think I'm going to do to the guy?
Kill him.
I'm going to kill him. There's not even going to be any question. Like, you know, I'm stick myself with a knife or something and say he came at me, or have him run over my foot or something with the car. But at this point, that's kidnapping. She's 14. And that guy took off in the car. You have every right to protect your child. There's no jury in that town that's going to go ahead and convict that guy. 53% made him sheriff. Can you imagine that he walks into his court hearing
in his sheriff
uniform and be like, if you think that I won't fight for your child like I fought for mine, you're crazy. Of course I will. Nobody's going to convict this guy. What are your thoughts on this?
I think he did what he had to, and good for him. I mean, I would do the same thing. And if anyone ever touched our kids. And
no way.
So, but I think it's awesome. It shows wherever he's at, it just shows that some people are still a little level-headed and can see the forest through the trees. And they can see that there are good people out there.
Yeah.
And that gives me a little bit of hope.
Yeah.
Because I'm seeing more and more just regular old people stepping up and running for Congress and sheriff and stuff like that. And I think people are starting to get sick of the lifetime politicians and that's their career. It's the career politicians. And I think people are starting to get sick of it.
Do you know what the Overton window is?
I don't.
The Overton window is a philosophy, essentially. It's a set of unspoken rules that what is allowed to be talked about and what isn't. Like, if I was to say, and folks, don't get all crazy with me, but if some gay guy comes on, I'm like, you're a faggot. I'm breaking the Overton window. Like, even though it's free speech, and even though there's a lot of other things that are horrible to say,
some things you don't say.
There's just some things you don't say. That's the Overton. We're past the Overton window. Like, we're moving through the Overton window. We have broken it. And I think people are sick and tired. This is why retard's coming back, and it's being used at a level that, like, I use it now. And, you know, saying this is gay on Facebook used to get you banned. Well, you can say it now. You couldn't say tranny or trans now. And I think the Overton window is one of the worst things you could do, because I think it's what was rooted in DEI and woke behavior, that you would have to, you know, regulate what people could say. Now, this Overton window is also stuff when it comes to Israel and, you know, racial epitaphs. So there's some trade-off with this. You get people like not Ben Shapiro, but you get Nick Fuentes and Stu Peters and guys like that who are also breaking through the Overton window.
Yeah.
But it's a very interesting concept that there is this this verbal cuff on people that stops them from saying and speaking the truth. So here's the Overton windows definition and how it's described. It's a range of political ideas that the public considers acceptable at any given time. It was named after Joseph P. Overton, who explained that politicians usually operate within a window. As public opinion shifts, for instance, gay marriage was opposed by both parties prior to 2012, but Joe Biden came out in a conference and said that Barack Obama was going to support gay marriage, and then immediately the Democratic Party shifted. The Overton window shifted, right? It can expand and contract and open and close during certain times. You may want to look at border policy. Republicans were absolutely for open borders and legal immigration, but open borders in the sense that people could come in legally. But this changed after Reagan, and Democrats embraced it as the Hispanic vote changed after Ronald Reagan, and were disenfranchised with the Bush era. But the stages of the Overton window are something is unthinkable, something's radical. So unthinkable, like dropping the N-bomb is unthinkable, right? You can't do it. And then if you do it, you're just a radical sensationalist, right? So if you drop the N-bomb, it's like, well, you are on the fringe, man. You're a radical. But then the more it's used, people find it acceptable. And this is rap music, right? So the N-word became unthinkable, became radical if you use it. Rap groups were racist, whatever. Then it became acceptable. Then it became sensible. Then it became popular, and then it became ultimately public policy. And using really a low threshold here for language, but this would be like abortion. Abortion was an unspeakable radical thing in the 60s, and then in the 70s it became still radical, but then in the 80s and 90s to a lot of people, not most of us, but it became acceptable. Then it became a sensible solution. Then it became popular, and then we saw 67 million babies killed through that time, and then it became public policy. So usually it's activists and people who are professional disruptors challenge the Overton window for cause and effect. So it's just something to think about, that a sheriff who's being charged with murder is elected. Donald Trump, who has 34 felonies, is the president of the United States. This would be all against the Overton window, but the cultural shift has taken place where people are like, it's not so radical. At least we like Donald Trump. Why? Because at least we know his baggage. We know his garbage, and he's not lying to us. He's honest with us. To me, that's what we're talking about here. So something to think about. You showed a video of Pete Hegseth and him talking today, and then you also linked the first wartime vessel
sunk
since World War II
by a torpedo.
By a torpedo since World War II. Not vessel. We've hit Kilo SS submarines. We've sunk other vessels. But not with a torpedo. Tell them to get the letter out. So we've had two things that haven't happened in quite a long time. One, let the dog.
Thank you very much.
So two things. One is that a vessel, wartime vessel, was in international waters and sunk by a torpedo, and then we had the first dogfight. So. Yes, we had the first aerial dogfight as well. So let's watch this with Pete Hegseth, and I'll tell you about the dogfight.
In fact, last night, we sunk their prize ship, the Soleimani. Looks like POTUS got him twice.
I love that.
The Navy, not a factor. Pick your adjective. It is no more. In fact, yesterday, in the Indian Ocean, and we'll play it on the screen there, an American submarine sunk an Iranian warship that thought it was safe in international waters. Instead, it was sunk by a torpedo. Quiet death. The first sinking of an enemy ship by a torpedo since World War II. Like in that war, back when we were still the War Department, we are fighting to win. In fact, last night, we sunk.
So here is the video of the boat sunk.
It's super cool.
And what you guys need to understand is that this is the first one in a long time. and I want you to watch this. So this is a frigate, and Olivia asked me, like, is it already on fire? No, this is the exhaust. And you can look at the hot points that are on this. Some are running lights. You've got a lower position here, which is probably a door. A lot of water line, they'll have water line doors to do intake. If they have to do overside repairs, if they have to do anything like that, you'll see an intake, and that will get hotter than the rest of the ship's outboard, because usually a ship has a retaining wall inside of it for any type of outside punctures or anything else. It'll have a retaining wall to hold water. Well, this little water line glow that you're seeing right here is probably one of those water line doors that can be opened. And sometimes what they will do is, instead of slowing down the ship, they can do on running. They can take passengers on. They can have a fast boat on the long side of it. They can take supplies, quick supply transfer. If they're going to do a side-by-side mooring or anything to that effect, they'll have these little doors. But then you can see that the main exhaust is running alongside the forecastle, which is right here in the center line. And back behind it, I'll move the sweater. You can see when this thing gets hit, this submarine is going to, here, I got to go to full screen. This submarine, the ship is going to be moving in this direction. Well, I'm going to do it the way you're going to see it. The ship is going to be moving in this direction. And it's moving around on a standard running speed, probably, 12 to 15 knots. It's not moving incredibly fast. Water is fairly choppy, probably 7 to 12 mile an hour crosswind is coming across. And the water's a little choppy, which means there's going to be a little bit of wind, but there's no major chop to the water, which is also good for torpedoes. And the vessel's moving along, and you're going to see the submarine is going to be moving opposite. So as this vessel moves like this, the submarine is moving away from it. And there's a few reasons why. So when a ship is moving forward, it doesn't have the ability to reverse gears, create cavitation, and reverse engines to just go backwards. That's not how. Now, the speed is dependent upon size and overall its propellers and its engine and all that. There's different turning radiuses and everything else. But those fast attack boats, which they're fairly fast, fairly maneuverable, they've got a pretty good turning radius, but they can't stop dead in the water. It's just not the way it works. They'll go a quarter of a mile before they actually can do that. Now, an aircraft carrier will go a mile. It's like a full loaded train. But what will happen is that if that, for some reason, that sub is spotted, you don't want to be going like this with a sub and your target. The reason why is that target reverse guns or pitches starboard to port, depending upon where you're at, and makes a turn. It's going to open up a lot of its defensive and offensive capability to that submarine, and that submarine's going to be exposed. But if you're moving away from it, when it turns, all it's going to do is literally turn into the torpedo, and it's still going to hit its target. If you're moving along with it, it's literally could speed up. Now, a lot of those torpedoes have homing mechanisms are a lot different now. They don't work off of just lining them up and shooting them. They have active sonar. They have active capabilities that are also things I can't go into, but let's just put it this way. The eyes of a torpedo are not just underwater anymore. You can use there's several different ways for that torpedo to see its target, and it's no longer just sonar based or line it up and pray. So if that thing slows down and stops and turns and tries to attack the sub moving away from it, which is what it will have to do in that position, it's still going to be in line with getting hit by that torpedo. But if it speeds up or moves, or the angle of the torpedo, or somehow confuses with the target of the submarine, it's an active torpedo, it could acquire another target accidentally, more so in the past than today. So this is all maneuvering by a naval captain. He understands submarine commanders know what they're doing. They know how to do this. So he's moving away from target, launches torpedo, torpedo acquires target, and they want to get as far away as they can, but keep the periscope on it and lessen the angle of attack possibilities for their enemy. So watch this happen. It's pretty incredible. So it's running along the water line. Now you're going to see impact point. Now there's going to be some things you're going to see. Remember that door I told you about, but now you're going to see the actual hydraulics and the propeller. This is your propeller line back here, this white line that's going underneath the underside of the ship, which is aft. That's where your props are. So, of course, that has heat because that's attached to the engine. But you're going to see that entire system get lifted up out of the water and literally snap the back half of that ship. This thing gets up 3 degrees off waterline. Look at the nose. The nose goes down, displaces water at a massive level. Look at the inertia.
Oh, I know.
This thing just gets picked up like a rag doll from this explosion, completely disables it. It lost literally a third of its ship is gone, and it is going to flood. So back here, you're going to see storage, but you're also going to see a helo can land there and other things like that. It is completely gone. And it bends this thing to nothing. That is a massive direct hit. And you can see the plume.
Spray.
Look at the displacement of water. This vessel is cooked. And you can see that the back half is just filling up, and it completely snapped its spine. That thing is dead in the water. It'll never go anywhere again. It's going to be at the bottom of the ocean. It's my understanding that the Hungarians were notified. And that they were notified. I think it was Hungarians or I don't think it was Turkey. So it was probably Hungary is what they said. I can't remember who it was, but they notified the authorities in the international waters that they were in to hey, we sunk a vessel, go rescue survivors. People, Democrats in particular, are screaming and yelling, oh my God, they didn't pick up survivors. They didn't go after survivors. This is horrible. How could you do that? How could you leave those people?
Submarines don't pick up survivors.
You've got a 100-man sub. It's not going to pick up 140 of an enemy threat. They don't have the capability, and you expose yourself to getting sunk. The whole point of submarine is to stay below the waterline and to be unseen. You're not going to expose yourself to survivors. There's no submarine force on the planet that would ever go and rescue people. This is not the Germans. We didn't go ahead and pull in and go to periscope depth and then go ahead and breach waterline and then open up with 50 cals on everybody floating in the water. We just didn't save anybody. It was Iranian.
We're at war. Why would,
Steven says, why does the new Iranian Navy have glass bottom boats to see the old Iranian Navy? And this was my joke, Steven. It's like, hey, it's not that the Iranians lost 11 frigates. They just gained 11 submarines. So
that's funny.
So My point is this. Have you guys noticed that when we were watching the show tonight, they weren't talking about Venezuela? You hear all the liberals are like, they don't care. Venezuela was done perfect. Why don't we treat this like Venezuela? It's like, wait a second. Weren't you guys saying that was going to get us into a world war? And we handled that in 72 hours? Went in 3 hours later, we had Maduro captured. We completely neutered their entire defensive structure. And so this is just what liberals do. They just get all pissy, and this is war. They don't have the stomach for it. They don't have the guts for it. And it's not pretty. It's not nice. People are going to die. We're going to lose lives. But, give me a break. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Yes, I'll tell you about the Kurds in a minute. We're going to cover it. It's in the show.
Charity Lamb, thank you very much. Appreciate it.
$30, folks. We do not want to have another night like last night. Last night would have been a very good night, but it was a little scary.
Hey, Charity, we just got a second one from you. Please let me know if that was a mistake.
And Charity, if you need me to refund it, let me know.
Yeah, if we need to refund it, let me know, please. I just don't want to put it in if it's not meant to be.
Nancy Mace went after Tim Walz today, and I got to admit, my first thoughts were, God, why do they keep? All they do is yell at each other. You know what? Walz deserved every minute of it. Watch this.
On autism in Minnesota in 2017, Governor?
I don't have those numbers in front of me, Congresswoman.
Did you prepare for this hearing today? Did you do any preparation
I take
for this
Congress
hearing today?
seriously.
And you've seen the numbers about autism fraud in Minnesota. So we're going to do some Minnesota math with you today, okay? Are you ready? How much money was spent on 2017 for autism in Minnesota? How much?
I don't know. I wasn't the governor.
Okay. Did you not just say that you prepared for this hearing today? $1 million, okay? A quick Google search or using your AI could tell you $1 million was spent. How much money was spent on autism in Minnesota in 2024?
I don't have the number in front of me. As
Were you governor in 2024?
I was, but I'm not the
Okay,
head
so
of
your
HHS.
excuse before that you didn't know what 2017 autism numbers were because you were not governor, and today you can't answer the numbers about 2024 as governor, and you still said you prepared for this hearing today. It's unbelievable. $343 million was spent in 2024. What percent increase is that from 1 million to 343 million? What percentage increase is that?
I'm not here to be your prop. Go ahead and tell me.
34,000%.
Are you governor of Minnesota or not?
Yes, I am. I'm
Okay,
not.
well,
I'm
when
not
I'm
a prop
governor of
for a
South
member of
Carolina,
Congress.
you can sure as hell bet that I'm going to know the math. The math is 34,200% increase,
Okay,
an
get
increase of
specific.
343 times what it was in this time period. Do you know the number of children in Minnesota?
I know that Minnesota ranked as a top 3 state
Okay,
for children
what is the
in the
total
last year.
population in Minnesota?
5.7 million.
Okay. What is the total population of children in Minnesota?
I don't have the number in front of me right
Are
now.
you governor of Minnesota?
I know 400,000 were cut out of health care last
Okay,
week by
that's
the
not-
actions you made.
Are you governor of Minnesota?
I am.
And you don't know the number of children
I
residing
don't have
in
the
Minnesota?
specific numbers.
How much money was spent on autism in Minnesota in 2017, Governor?
Oh my!
I don't have those numbers in
gosh.
front of me,
Liv,
Congressman.
you have an opinion on this, I'm sure.
Yes, I'm kind of riding the fence here. I think
I'm not
it's-
anymore.
I think it's hilarious that she treated Tim Walz that way because Tim Walz needs to be treated that way.
Yeah.
And he needs to be treated like a bitch because he acts like a bitch. And that's just pretty much what it is.
Yes.
He's incompetent, and it's a really good thing he's resigning because he has just run that state into the ground. My issue, and I think she did a great job, but what my issue is when it comes to people that we don't agree with, we're like, yay, they put them in their place. And then when it comes to people we agree with, we're like, why are they so mean? I think that they should have to treat everyone the same.
Yeah, and everyone should have to answer the questions.
It's like if you're a Republican and you're questioning a Republican, you treat them with kid gloves and give them basic questions
Right. I
that
agree.
a 5-year-old would answer. But yet, if they're on the other side of the aisle, you're freaking chastise them.
Correct.
And I that's what gets me with these is I think everyone should be treated equal. Now, that said, Tim Walz deserved it. He didn't deserve to be treated equal because he's
he
completely
doesn't.
incompetent.
And everyone should go after. Like,
Yes.
I agree with you. Like, I think decorum is important, but I've told you that if any senator or state legislature talked to me that way, I'd no, I'm not going to tolerate that shit. And Tim Walz doesn't have the answer, and he was being combative all day. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I agree with you. I agree with you that we tend to be selective with our outrage because if roles were reversed and it was our witness, we'd be like, oh, I'm with you.
Exactly.
But Tim Walz is the exception. Screw that guy. Jeffrey Oliphant put it so well. Multiple guidance systems. Yes, Jeff. I should have said it that way. That's a very good answer. Mistake, but no way I'd take it back. I'm kind of glad God is good, Charity said. So you can put it in, Libby.
Oh,
thank you, Charity. We love you. Deborah says, is it hotter than Olivia in the morning?
When you were talking.
I don't know. Olivia was pretty hot in the middle of the night last night. I'll tell you that much. Pound it. Pound it. One little back rub. That's all I'm going to say.
Part due tonight.
Part due tonight. Oh. Okay. Charity, thank you for your $10. We appreciate
it.
That's a double here. Hit it. That's great. Oh.
You're all giddy.
Oh, it was amazing. It was great. Good night last night. All right, moving on. Sorry, folks. Sorry. We're honest. We have some nutters to show you. Olivia found this one. These people are just insane. I mean, this.
Just wait till the end. Just watch to the very end.
Oh, my God.
It's coming.
Oh, my God.
Just watch.
Libya said to Trump a few days ago, no way, you're not going to use our military bases.
Is that before or after that the Iranians attacked Saudi Arabia and 17 other sovereign countries? Oh.
Saudi Arabia is now against UAE. So it's Saudi Arabia, Qatar, and Jordan, I think, and Turkey and Egypt. I'm confused of all, but there's Saudi Arabia Jordan, Qatar said, America, if you want to bomb Iran, you're not going to use our bases. That's it. Finished. Finished. And now Saudi Arabia with UAE, big problems. Big problems because UAE is Israel. Sorry, but it's true. UAE is Israel. End point. End point. Wank.
UAE. I'm very curious that when you decide to become a liberal woman, do you have to eat a retard sandwich every morning for breakfast?
Democrat, piss me off.
Seriously. I have no words.
I'm at
a loss right now. Just please tell me she doesn't have children and didn't procreate, because seriously, we don't need more of her on the planet. Because wow. Wow.
Like,
that's all I have
Israel
to say.
is UAE. Do they understand that, like, the United Arab Emirates was like one of the largest terrorist organizations in the previously before the last 10 years? That UAE literally shut down the Suez and the Persian Gulf for Iran. Do they understand that UAE is absolutely the opposite of Israel, and it's an Arab country?
Arab Jews. Kevin had it right. You get an Arab Jew.
Dara says, was that spelling on purpose, Matt? What spelling?
He said, "Hey Karen, you are in the wrong country," but he spelled country the wrong way.
Yeah, I mean, Arab Jews. It's just, my God, these people are stupid. And you know, I deal with them all the time. I'm dealing with one right now. She's posted like 47 times in the last hour. And I haven't checked her seat, but she called me a pedo. And I'm like, let her go. And then I'm like, you're fugly. And she goes, what are you, 12? I'm like, oh, why are you cruising for a date? Why are you asking me if I'm underage? And she's like, I'm not asking, I'm asking, you're acting 12. I'm like, that's not what she said. I got a screenshot right here, pedo. And I said, I just reported you to Facebook for violating community standards of you trying to sexualize children. And she's like, I can't fucking believe you. You turned it around on me when I know you're doing it. I'm like, no, please show me where I asked if you were 12. Because I've seen your picture and you actually look like you're 112. Plus you have teeth like Schmiegel. You look like you look like a human piranha. She's pissed. But I deal with these people all the time. This is literally my entire life. Are these people? They're insane to the membrane. I found another one too. Let's see if I can find her.
I found another one too, but we didn't put that one on.
I may have. Oh yeah, this is the one who is not doing okay with Jasmine Crockett being gone.
Oh, I haven't seen this one.
Oh, this one's bad. Like, this one's like, she's really upset that
Leave
Jasmine.
Britney alone? Is it one of those?
Oh, totally.
Is it one of those?
Leave Britney alone.
Leave Jasmine alone.
Totally.
Please.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Shit. I'll have to. I forgot to slip. Remind me to redo this one, please. This is important to do.
Okay.
Where is it? Where's it at? It was I think I got it.
This.
Yeah. There it is. All right, here we go.
This is not America. This is not America. Okay, I'm so upset. I cannot believe this is happening to our country. Y'all should be ashamed of yourselves, Governor Abbott. All y'all. Shame. Shame. Shame on you guys. This is ridiculous. You're going to do whatever you can to suppress our votes. You already gerrymandered everything. And you just got to make it worse. You just got to make it harder, huh? That's okay. I still fucking voted, you bastards. This is not.
What? What? Hold on a second. I got to make sure I got the right video down here.
Fox News Alert. We told you at the top of the hour, big news that
The only thing I have to say
Hold
is...
on. I'm not ready.
Okay.
I just told you to hold on. Okay, go ahead. Now you can go.
If you're trying out for the Aunt Jemima spotlight, she smiles. You need to smile more. Aunt Jemima smiles.
Yeah, I thought Aunt Jemima was racist. I think she's trying to go for the Alicia Keys look. You remember when Alicia Keys went on the I Don't Wear Makeup shit and her album sales went down to the toilet?
Yeah.
Oh, man. What the hell? She's just like, it's like, Alicia, what are you wearing? I'm wearing slave. I'm wearing the Toby model.
Toby model.
Last year I wore Kunta Kinte, but this year I'm wearing Toby. We just whip this up, you know?
That's horrible. God, people.
It just came over on the boat. It's made of 100% picked cotton. It's beautiful.
Hood rat fabulous.
It's hood rat chic.
Chic. There we go.
Thank you. Yeah. Wow. These fucking people. Matt, that's racist. No, that's the Overton window. I'm pushing it. I'm done. Listen, I don't care. Jew, Gentile, black, white, gay, straight, Catholic, Presbyterian. You're all vulnerable. The View had something to say. I can order just the Freedom Books holder only. Oh, the Documents of Freedom? I don't know if I have any more. I've got one back here. I'll send you. Yeah, if you can order, there should be one where you can just order the books holder. Yeah. If it's not, let me know. I'll turn it back on for you and I'll get you one. I got to talk to Jason. We just stopped selling the Documents of Freedom books because we sold hundreds of them and then people stopped buying them. So we decided to hold off on it for a while. Here is The View on Kristi Noem. Who's this new person on The View? You were
her name's Elizabeth Hasselbeck.
Yeah.
I know she's
is she Matt
conservative.
Hasselbeck's wife from the Seattle?
I think so, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
Yes, I think she was on in the past because I've seen her on there before, but now she's back.
She's just cooking, huh?
Yeah, she's just like she's putting them in their place. And
good.
Like I said, the fact that I have seen her on The View for more than one show is shocking because the fact that they're allowing her to stay because all she's doing is putting them in their place.
Sheila, I'm glad you have them. Yep, the Documents of Freedom are great. They're amazing. If you guys don't have them, you should get them. And I can bring them back. They slowed down on sales. They're right here. See? Documents of Freedom. It's a beautiful box. There's 2 engraved stars on the side, and it's got the Bill of Rights, Constitution, and Declaration of Independence in it. And it's awesome. So if you guys want it, it's over at the store. By the way, coffee, guys. Coffee. Hello. Go get coffee. Everyone needs coffee. What are we doing? Go get coffee. We need to do that. Go get coffee. Okay.
Coffee.
And shirts and all that other stuff. Let's see. We're doing good on time. Folks, I'm going to pop up the goal because I'm afraid that we're not going to hit it. It's just maybe we will. Hold on. It depends on the size of this one. Go ahead, read it.
Thomas Griffiths. He says, watch the video, Olivia. It is true. Is it true? He messaged me a video, so I'll have to watch it later. I'll show Matt and then we'll figure it out.
No, we can do it right now. I mean, we'll have some time. Thomas, thank you for the $10. $51, folks. We are about $250 away from goal. Here is The View on Kristi Noem. And I thought this was pretty well done. Listen to this.
That 0 illegals released into the U.S. for 10 months straight have not crossed, okay? That nearly 3 million aliens have left the United States, that we have the lowest murder rate in 125 years, that fentanyl trafficking is down 56% at the border, and daily encounters have gone down 96%. Hang on one second. We need a strong border, especially now with our current global situation. And I believe that you may say you don't want border control and you're against ICE, but I actually don't believe you in your daily lives. How many people in the audience here had to go through security to get here? Raise your hand. Just be honest. Otherwise, you go to jail, I guess, for illegal trespassing, right? This is an authorized audience. They had to go through security to get through the border, to get right here, to just hear us talk. We need strong borders more than ever right now. We are being infiltrated.
But listen, can I give you a on the border when Renee Good and Alex Peretti were murdered, and death is not a mistake.
Shut up. Why don't you put the fucking Ayatollah on there too? And God, why? Why were they all killed? Why? They didn't do anything wrong. Oh my God.
I agree. That was a murder.
Let me finish.
As were those killed by illegal immigrants.
Let's not be dismissive about the fact.
I'm not dismissive. I just said all their lives matter.
No, okay, no, they don't. No, they don't. Not all lives matter. No, No, they don't. No, they don't. Do you believe all lives matter?
No.
No.
That liberal woman that we saw earlier, no. No. The woman in the car, the Aunt Jemima wannabe, no.
That's pretty rough. I don't know if she deserves to die for her opinion, but I'll tell you what, I don't think the Ayatollah deserves to care about that his life matters. I think that the Bible is very, very clear. I can't get the link to open the donate. You want to help, Sheila?
Yeah, which...
It's really simple. There's really no link. You just have to type in on your browser. Here, you know what you could do? Let me put this on. Do you have an iPhone?
I'm just going to put this in here.
Yeah, put the link in directly. But you can also scan our QR code too if you want to. But there's a lot of lives that don't matter. I think people who've been convicted on death row, their lives don't matter. I'm sorry. I think pedophiles' lives don't matter. I think serial killers' lives don't matter. I think people who prey on the innocent don't matter. I'm sorry. Like, every life is a gift. No, I don't think so. I don't think so at all. All life is precious, maybe to God, but to me, I'm sorry. There's a reason I don't live next to a maximum security prison. There's a reason why I don't. There's a reason why I don't live in Watts. There's a reason why I don't live in Baltimore. There's a reason why I don't live in the heart of DC, because I don't want to be around those people and I don't want to be around their crime. And to me, my life doesn't matter to them, so their lives don't matter to me. I can't stand these statements. All lives matter. No, they don't. No, they don't. And it's just, that's what we're talking about with the Overton window. It's like, it's totally acceptable. You're a radical if you say all lives matter. If you say, like, if you don't say Black Lives Matter, you're a racist. Well, I don't think Black Lives Matter. I think good,
decent human beings' lives.
Decent human beings matter. But I'm sorry, I don't think the guy that killed Irina Zarutska matters. If he dies, I don't care. I don't care that George Floyd died. I don't care. I will never cry. I will never pray on it. I will never seek solace. I will never go to his statue. I'll never run a pilgrimage to the Mecca of George Floyd. I could care less. I would probably piss on his statue. I couldn't care less. Just like I don't give a shit about Helter Skelter Charles Manson. I'm not going to run a pilgrimage to his gravesite. No, I'd probably urinate on it. So I'm sorry. I can't. I'm sick of these cliches. I'm sick of these, Pavlov's dog. We just say something, we all applaud. Oh, trans lives matter. Trans rights are human rights. No shit, fuckstick. They are human, but they're male or female. And they don't have a right to pretend that they're something that they're not and expect us to accommodate and justify their feelings. They can pretend that, but they don't have a right to it. And they don't have a right to make me accept them. You can't even accept yourself. Why would I accept you?
Exactly.
I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it. Now, here's a perfect example. All veterans. See, veterans before illegals. I'm all for it. This is not a popular shirt with some people. They're like, how could you say that? Illegals, they're humans. They're criminals.
It's because veterans fought for our country. Illegals didn't.
Illegals didn't. Veterans before illegals. It doesn't say veterans and kill all illegals. This is before. We should take care of every single veteran in this country before we take care of one illegal person in any way, shape, or form, or spend a dime on them. We shouldn't spend a dime on illegals anyway. But the point is that that's a pipe dream. So this isn't popular to some people, and I couldn't care less. But what I'll also say is every veteran is a hero. No, that's not true. No. Every veteran deserves respect. No, they don't.
There's some.
No, they don't. No. Your actions deserve respect. And there are some real shitbags in the military. And there's people who've went in the military and they're fucking cowards. Or they go and deal drugs, or they rape women in barracks, or they shoot people because they get off on it. There's some horrible people in the military, and those people get out, and those people spend time in the brig, and they get Section 8 or Section 13. It's amazing. I get stuffy at night. It's crazy. But not all veterans are heroes. In fact, most veterans aren't heroes. Most veterans just did their job. Every hero that I know is dead. Sorry. So, yep, we're going to talk about the Kurds. Yep, we'll talk about this, Keith. This is a good one. I'm glad. Turn on the donation clock.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I'm just habit telling you at 8:30.
Anyway, so care about veterans, love veterans, veterans for life. But this guy, United States Marine Corps, I respect his service. I respect that he's a sergeant, and I respect what he did. But this is a disgrace to the uniform. Watch this.
Out. No one wants to fight for Israel.
His hand. Oh, his hand.
Then let go. I know it's kind of tough because he's a Marine, he eats green crayons and all, but if you don't want to snap your wrist, you might just want to let go.
Sir. Let go of your hand. Let go of the door. Let go of the door.
The senator broke his hand. A sitting U.S. senator just broke the hand of a Marine.
Sir.
Control your Senate.
Arm stuck in the door. Okay, sir.
A U.S. senator just broke the hand of a Marine.
Hand stuck.
A U.S. senator just broke the hand of a Marine. You're a coward.
So, first of all, that's the United States Navy SEAL Tom Sheehy. He's not a fucking coward. And either is that Marine. You can say a lot of things about people, but you don't get to call military veterans cowards. Even the people who get kicked out or dishonorably discharged, at some point they had some sort of courage to go and do something that most human beings are not capable of doing. And Tim Sheehy is a retired United States Navy SEAL, and he has no problem getting into the fray. That's Tim Sheehy, okay? So to call him a coward and to say he broke his hand, no, he removed a person who was a threat, who was asked to leave and removed, and he was making threatening advances to the room that they were in. And now in today's society, I'm sorry, you don't allow that to happen. Here it is again. Now, if you take a look, he goes ahead and puts his arm in the doorway and then turns it like this. So when they pull him, it's immediately going to lodge and put pressure. Well, it only takes about 5 to 10 pounds of pressure to snap the wrist. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
It's not a good, the wrist does not do this. And once you put about 10 pounds, 12 pounds of pressure on there, you're going to snap his wrist. Well, he probably snapped his wrist, but the whole point is let go.
Why'd you stick your hand in there to?
Because he doesn't want to leave. Marine Corps, I think he's got a sergeant.
Out. No one wants to fight.
Robert says, I don't agree with your situation assessment. Fine, then call the show and tell me why. Call. It's right there. There's the phone number, 276-200-2105. Let me know why. Because, first of all, you have a right to protest. You don't have a right to interrupt an area which is private property in a closed-door session and make threatening comments, threatening gestures, or to hold a protest without some sort of permit. If you are not on this floor to speak, if you are not scheduled to be there, then you have absolutely no right to be there and say whatever you're going to say. And when you are asked to leave, you are to leave. And if you don't, you're going to be forcibly removed. I don't care if you're in dress blues or not. So I don't know what situation assessment you're looking for, but those are the facts. Okay. Now, if you're there to speak and you're invited and you get hot, get upset, and then you're pulled out, I don't agree with that. Fairfax, Virginia, there was a gentleman whose daughter was physically raped by a transgender, and he was beaten the shit out of by people because he was irate, but he was scheduled to speak. He had a right to speak. This is different. This guy is performing a protest, in a space that he is not permitted to do so. And he was told to leave and he didn't leave. As far as maybe it's my assessment on veterans, that not all veterans are heroes, I'll make that argument as well. I don't think Bergdahl's a hero. You think Bergdahl's a hero? He is a deserter. And he put our brothers and sisters in arms in jeopardy. We have the opposite of that relationship that we're going to be talking to Jessica Lynch, who was held captive and is a hero in my eyes. But just because you serve doesn't make you a hero. It certainly gives you pre-qualifiers for not being a coward. And I think you're putting yourself above others. But your actions to the unit, to the Corps, to your country, and to God, and to your chain of command are going to discern whether you are, whether you serve with honor or dishonor. Now, is this guy dishonorable? No, I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is that he should have left. And he should have left. He should have made his comments and left. You're wearing the uniform. At least respect the people in that room while you're in uniform. And just because he's in dress blues, it doesn't mean that he deserves any more time than anyone else, especially if he wasn't invited to do so. Go ahead.
Is it confirmed that he was a Marine or is a Marine, or did he?
Okay, first of all, if he is a Marine, he's always a Marine. Number one. Number two, if you're wearing the uniform, that would be pretty stupid to wear a Marine Corps uniform. I don't know, but he was told to leave, and a Marine should be able to follow orders. That's it. That's all. Yeah, he's retired. Lieutenant Cayley, he's not a lieutenant. This guy's wearing sergeant stripes. It is misconduct while in uniform because there is an oath of there is a code of conduct for all military personnel. But I'm really interested. I'm really interested to find out. I don't agree with your situation assessment. I want to know what that means, Robert. You should call in. Now, does he deserve some counseling, some help? Of course. Veterans are going through it, man, and I'm all for it. But this isn't the way to do it. This isn't the way to do it. Here's the rest of it. Showing it real quick.
Broke the hand of a
His hand. Oh, his hand.
Sir. Let go of your hand. Let go of the door. Let go of the door. The senator broke his hand. A sitting U.S. senator just broke the hand of a Marine. Sir. Control your Senate. Arm stuck in the door. Okay, sir. A U.S. senator just broke the hand of a Marine. Hand stuck.
Maybe you shouldn't have put it there in the first place.
A U.S. senator just broke the hand of a Marine. You're a coward. Punk. Yeah, go fuck yourself. What'd you say? Senator? Go fuck yourself. You were a shit seal. That's why you got kicked out, fat ass.
Everybody sit down, please. Sit down, please. Everybody sit down, please. Everybody sit down, please.
I'm getting out of here.
That's fine. Everybody sit down, please. Is your hand okay? Okay.
No, it's not. This is disgusting. Disgusting.
Just pull it out.
Disgusting.
All right. Listen. It comes down to this. What is his goal there? What's he doing? Liv?
I would assume he's going to disrupt. That's the whole reason he was there.
Mission success. You got everything you wanted. Okay? As far as he coming out there, he didn't need to do that. There were plenty of officers there. They could have taken care of it, but he's a man of action. He's going to do what he wants. Then you have people there who obviously don't like him, who are talking shit to him, calling him a fat ass, and that's why he got kicked out and all this other shit, whatever. None of that matters. The whole premise is we don't want to die for Israel. This is the type of shit that drives me absolutely crazy. I'm not disrespecting military people. I'm not disrespecting the service. What I'm saying is that if you are not in a geopolitical and a level of working in geopolitical understanding of different countries and the facets of their terrorist units, of their military capabilities, of their overall goals, of the relationship to the Middle East, to the theological terrorism that has taken place in those countries, then you just might not want to open your mouth. And it's not that you can't have an opinion. It's that you should have an educated opinion. And saying that we're dying for Israel, first of all, those bases have been attacked multiple times over the last 30, 40 years. This is not the first time Iran has sent in rockets into Bahrain, send them into Qatar, send them into the Gulf, send them into the K Towers, Marine base in Bahrain. This isn't the first time. This happens all the time. Soleimani put more IEDs on those roads that killed Americans. And you're talking about 63,000 terrorist attacks since 1979. 83% of them, the frickin' Iranians, have been involved in one way, from a funding, from a manpower, to weaponry, to planning, to running proxy. This isn't just about Israel. I don't know what your guys' hard-on for Israel is. Why don't you have the same hard-on for Qatar? Why don't you have the same hard-on for UAE? Why don't you have the same hard-on for United Arab Emirates? Why don't you have the same hard-on for Saudi Arabia? Do you know the weaponry we've supplied Saudi Arabia? Do you know the weaponry we've supplied Egypt, Bosnia-Herzegovina, Syria? We're going to talk about the Kurds in a minute. Do you know how many times we've utilized the Kurds in foreign conflicts? I understand it's easy to be like, we don't want to die for the Jews, but that's not what's happening. You remember the first Iraq war wasn't just about Israel. Yes, Baghdad was launching in Scud missiles, and terrorist proxies from Syria were throwing in missiles into Tel Aviv, of course, because it's the Jews. When the Arabs don't kill Jews, they kill Arabs. But this was about Kuwait. This is about Kuwait City. This is about the Iraq-Iran war. This is about the Saudi Arabian-Iranian war. This is about the Shiites, the Sunni, and the Kurds. This is thousands of years of territorial genocide that's happened in this country. And you guys are just, it's just the Jews. The Jews are the problem. Instability in the Arab countries are all because of the Jews, which is one of the most ridiculous things, one of the most volatile times of the Arab states was from 1839 to before 1938. And the Jews were cast out by the Romans. Some of the most unstable times were during those times. The Jews weren't even in country. 9% of the Jews remained in what is Israel proper today, or what you would say is Palestine prior to that, in the 1940s. So my problem is he has every right to say those things. He has every right to condemn Israel. He can say Netanyahu is a dirty bastard, whatever he wants to say. But what you don't get to do is you don't get to interrupt a hearing, and then when you're asked to leave because of it, your freedom of speech does not interrupt other people's right to speak. And the moment that you interrupt that flow, not saying that they deserve respect, I have no loyalties to him whatsoever. But I do have loyalty to the process of decorum, and there should be a set of standards and rules. And if people don't follow them and you're asked to leave, you should leave, especially while you're in uniform. That's it.
Yeah. Agree.
Demoted from gunnery sergeant to dummy sergeant.
Paul Rivera, great show tonight. Thank you for what you do. Thank you very much, Paul. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Paul. Well, he's in Montana, so I'm assuming it must have been Montana. Thank you, Paul. Mm-hmm. We had a veteran in a local establishment get out of control and get booted. He later came back and rammed his truck into the building. Right. The Marine is running for the Green Party ticket. Well, that explains a lot. So he's a commie pinko bastard. Okay. So so the guy is Green Party. Great. So him and Jill Stein. I couldn't see how the senator broke it. I explained it. He got his hand in the door jam, and then when they pulled on it, his wrist got locked. So he basically was like this, and it created a baseball, and you can't get out. But he can't move his wrist because he's pinned. So essentially, here's the profile of his hand going into the door, holding on to it. And then when he was in there, it got bent, and then he made a fist, and now he's toast. Now, the proper thing would be to push his hand in and open up the door, and then open up your hand, knife hand, and pull out. But if his wrist is broken, it doesn't matter. He's stuck. I just want people to understand is you know better as a vet. You know better. That's all I'm saying. And can you, if you had 10 minutes to get up there and speak, lay waste to those fuckers. I don't care. But if you are in a hearing and it's not your time to speak, shut your mouth. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
Amen.
I wish that other guy would have called in. I would like to hear what he had to say. Does he really get to freely say that while in uniform? Because I don't know. I'm asking. Well, listen, if you're retired, you can do whatever you want in uniform, but there could be repercussions. If you have VA benefits, if you're in reserves, if you're in inactive status, you're asking to get court-martialed for that shit. Want to thank Veterans First, John Lykorbayek? I can't see it.
Let's do this.
Orobic.
That's brand new.
Lykorbayek. Is that right? Lykorbayek?
I think so.
Yeah. So listen, if you disagree with me, that's fine. And I completely respect that. You know, Matt, I disagree with your assertions. Totally fine. Tell me why. Tell me what I'm missing. Convince me. Tell me I'm missing something. Because you know what I did see? I saw some really great hearings from Jon Stewart and a lot of Marines, people who went from grunt style, Tim Jensen, and a lot of others from 9/11, from the burn pits over in the Gulf, and then 9/11, the asbestos that all the officers brought in. And Jon Stewart went in there, and they were heated, and they were passionate, but they respected the decorum. Some of these guys were out for 15 years, and they respected the process, and they were hard. I mean, they hit him like crazy. Jon Stewart hit him like crazy. I always respect Jon Stewart for that. But if you're going to fight City Hall, you got to do it their way. You can't go in there like a crazy nut because you're just going to get booted. That's all I'm saying. See if was it Lykorbayek?
He's on, and I just asked him how he pronounced his last name. He's on Facebook.
I bet if I get that right, I get a cookie.
All right. Well, you're going to get a cookie anyway. But...
Holy shit, Liv. My God. Did you just hear her? You guys pretend that I'm the perv? She's off the charts. Lykorbayek. I was right. Oh! Is it Lykorbayek or lick? Arabic.
That's
aerobic. Lick aerobic. I think it's Lykorbayek. That's how you say it. It's Lykorbayek. It's got to be Lykorbayek.
You should call in and tell us.
He's going to tell us right now. Let's see.
Lychorobiec.
I even think I have the etymology of the name. I seem to have it right.
What do you think it is?
That depends.
Well, why don't you give
it? It depends how it pronounce. You got to pronounce it first. If it's Lykorbayek, I've got a couple guesses. That's exactly what I thought. Polish and Slavic. Second one, Lykorbayek. It's Polish, right? Slavic? Slovenia? Polish? If it's Polish, it's Lykorbayek.
Polish. Do you have an applause one? Oh, jeez.
Thank you. All right, moving on. Yeah, I can say for one thing that soldier took it like a champ. Marine. Listen. I'm a freedom of speech enthusiast, but there is a but to that. It is people have a right to speak their opinions, but it should be in an organized and deliberate fashion for an exchange of ideas. Otherwise, it's just a shouting match. You're just as bad as the left. I don't know, man. I don't like to see a Marine handled like that. I don't like to see a Marine getting his wrist broken like that. That's not okay with me. It sucks. It fucking sucks. And honestly, I think he overreacted. That he got into it, but he didn't need to. There's no reason for him to get into it.
He said, think tongue exercises. So I think it's lick aerobics.
Liquoribics. Whatever. I'm just going to say it's my way. All right. So here is off subject. Ecuadorian and U.S. military forces launch operations against designated terrorist organizations in Ecuador, South Command. Yeah. People want me to talk about Mexico and Ecuador and Honduras. And there's things I'm stalling. I'm stalling. That's all I'm going to say. Elon Musk had the Twitter case today. They're trying to sue Elon Musk for his purchase of Twitter. And dude, this guy's golden. So he did a head fake and he sent in a S-Class Tesla, all black with bodyguards, to head fake the press. Watch what he did. He says John is fine.
John works.
Lick aerobic. Lick aerobic. It should be liquoribic. Because like a lycor or a lichen, which is a werewolf, which comes from Transylvania, but predominantly Slovakia in horror tales of children and the old gypsies. So that's a lichen or a lycor, which ties into the Polish. And since it's lycor, and then it's obiek, like korabek, or like korbiek would be how I would immediately see it. Tell me I'm close. Is it like korabek or like korabek or like korabek? And if that's not the case, then is it like
I think it's liquorobic.
Like aerobic?
Liquorobic.
Liquorobic?
That's what I think
you
it is.
liquorobic, you brought her. Okay, here's this great video. Just watch this. I'm going to call him John. I'm going to call him John the Lichen. He's like, don't overthink it. It's Americanized. Damn it. I don't know how to not overthink things. So if you take a look, like here's this S-Class all black Tesla, which is just sexy. It looks like the fucking Batmobile. Watch this. And all the press head fakes. Olivia is right. No, she's not. Knock it off, John.
I'm always right.
Okay, easy. So look at all the press. They all head fake. And look at, they post up, they adjust their jacket. Like they just look like standardized security.
There's also the other car to the right. I'll keep an eye on it.
So then this guy goes, there's also the other car. And if we scroll back, you'll see that there's a black vehicle right here, which looks like a modified Cybertruck. Okay. So watch this.
Also the other car to the right. I'll keep an eye on it. All right, here you go. Josh.
And he sneaks in the back.
So why are they suing him for buying Twitter? I'm confused.
Because so they're like that he broke FCC regulations. I don't know the brunt of it, but that he broke FEC for Foreign Exchange Commission. He broke it under false pretenses or devalued the company with his offers, something like that. They're saying there's just some sort of malfeasance involved in the purchase. Yeah. That is awesome. Folks, we are at $72.20. This is what you guys did to me last night. We have 7 minutes to go. We have 8 minutes and 51 seconds until the 9 o'clock hour. We could use your help. Sorry, I got the name wrong. So if that's what this is about, then I apologize. I'll lick your aerobics if you ask me to, if we can just hit goal. I'd appreciate it. So thank you.
Special Officer Doofy reporting.
I told you not
Don't
to bother me when I'm vacuuming my room.
Oh God. Remember this pedo politician from California that I told you?
Maybe.
He's running for office and he's a pedo.
Oh, okay.
And yeah. So, well, let's make sure he was a registered sex offender. Well, I'm not kidding. This guy decided they think he devalued Twitter by, like I said, like cheapen the stock by lowering by his first initial investment, which tanked the overall stock and devalued the stock in order to buy it. So Mel has it. It's pretty much what I said, but I don't get into that shit. Here's this guy decides to do his coming out party. Guess where he decided to do it? Don't read it. Where do you think a pedophile would do the last place a sex offender should do their coming out party for their announcement of being a politician? Don't look down, look up. Don't you dare. What's the last place? Where's the first
park or a playground?
Yeah, school. An elementary school.
Is there a reason you chose this location to do this announcement?
I feel the city of Fresno, there are certain areas that represent rehabilitation, people. This church has been here for hundreds of years. Forgiveness isn't something that is just given to you. It is not handed. You earn it day by day, minute by minute. That's what I'm doing. I'm not asking, I'm not demanding. I'm saying grow with me, trust me. They chose to go on the news and say I don't belong here. I don't belong in this race. What type of person doesn't belong here?
You.
Today I don't belong. Tomorrow they don't belong. So what are we saying? Does the Constitution matter anymore? The laws they're pushing on us, they want us to believe in them. You want us to follow them. You follow them. I've been accountable. Let's hold them accountable.
Wow.
Lead by example. There is another issue I'd like to address. There is something that has publicly been said. How would I address the issue of schools? I've never said I would go to schools. Over the last few days, mothers have reached out to me, angry. I didn't silence them. I talked with them. They said, how could a person like you help? I listened, and I said, I can't fix everything, and I'm not going to promise you the world, but I can give you the advice I learned. That's the best I can do.
That's God, dude. I don't know if you know that, but those bells interrupting you, that's God.
Does the conditions of your sentence prevent you from being a certain distance from schools?
Does the condition of your sentencing require you to be a certain distance from the schools?
That's awesome.
Should you not have mirrored sunglasses along with your 47 mics attached to your suit?
There are certain California restrictions people must follow within the law, and I follow the law to the letter.
Can you share some of those restrictions after rehabilitation? Is there any set in place?
Yes, I'm not supposed to have my tongue is not supposed to be in anyone's ass under the age of 12. What the, he can't be near kids. He has to disclose that he's a sexual predator. What do you mean?
As of right now, it's the basic restrictions of California law.
Share them.
It's going to be the California laws that are restricted to that penal code.
What elementary school right there, is that would that be against the rules?
I would say during operational hours, absolutely. I believe they are closed right now. I don't see anyone.
You better fucking hope they are.
I don't.
Listen, I've been stalking this place for at least 7 days, and it's very rarely that I see any kiddos. I don't know.
I understand the issue. However, I called it here because I felt this place was important. We can't say this person is that person. I have rehabilitated, and people can't keep saying I'm afraid of him. If you keep saying that,
dude, just drop out. You're completely cooked. Dude, Jasmine Crockett has a better chance of winning than you do.
So I think he needs to change his image.
You think?
And I think that he needs to come out as a symbol and be the politician formerly known as pedo.
Formerly known as pedo. I love this. He should just be a symbol like Prince.
Well, he's a Prince wannabe. He looks like Prince. That's what made me think of it.
He looks like, who's the guy from Red Hot Chili Peppers? Dave Ferraro? Yeah, he looks like, look up Dave Ferraro. He looks like Dave Ferraro if he had AIDS. Oh, Don Martin, thank you. We needed you. We need some help, folks. We're bleeding tonight. Tonight's not a good one. Either you guys gave all your donations to
Jasmine Crockett
to Paul and Charlie's Bubbles, but we're getting our butts kicked tonight. I think it's Dave Ferraro. Yeah, but like Dave, the one who was like married to Jasmine Bleeth. I think that was his name.
Oh. I changed.
Wait. Navarro, I think is what it is.
Oh, Navarro.
Yeah.
He was in Red Hot Chili Peppers?
Yeah.
I didn't realize he was in Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, Dave Navarro, that's what it is. What did I say?
Yeah, I'm not.
That's him, Dave Navarro. That's what he looks like.
Got it.
Man, I tried to find the document of Freedom Book Holders on your merchandise page. I don't see it. Okay, Donald, I just need to add it. Will you please remind me? And Liv, will you remind me too? And we can add it, and then I'll let you know when we re-add it. I think I took it down. B-52 bombers. So you guys may not know what the B-52... Folks, if you have not donated to the show, Don Martin, thank you for the $20. If you have not donated to the show, now's the time. We've got 8 minutes. B-52 bombers. So... when B-52s get involved, do you remember when I was telling you guys that the integrated air defense systems for Iran, when they were so extensive that we would lose a shit ton of our Air Force, shit ton of our Navy pilots, and the bombers ultimately would be susceptible because there was no way we were going to get all the integrated air defense systems. Yeah, B-52s are flying over Iran all day long now, in the middle of the day. And B-52s are high-altitude bombers, and they can put 70,000, 80,000 pounds of munitions in an area. Here is a video of them doing it. And B-52s, they just lay waste. I mean, these things, they can literally, a squadron of 6 of them can pretty much take all the munitions from an aircraft carrier loaded on planes and drop them in one sortie. You hear what I said? Here it is. Bricks is dead. Yeah, and that's on purpose, Evelyn. Good for you. Here it is.
What are they bombing right there?
Second. Yeah, bro, I get inside. I'm just saying that can displace a lot of energy. What was your question?
What were they bombing?
Targets. Yeah, Tehran and munitions depots, intelligence centers, barracks. What I'm trying to say is that B-52s are very accurate in their dispersal and dropping their payloads.
Gotcha.
If you have a B-52 up in the air, you're in a good spot. $21.10, $20. Good show, JD Stillwell. Thank you, JD. $112.20. Thank you. So my point is remember what I said. Then I told you that the CIA was getting. You guys remember last night I said the CIA was going to get involved?
Yes, I do.
Well, here you go. Here's phase 4. So we've pretty much called all the phase. One of the things that was really nice that Paul said, Carafortes. See, I said it right. Carafortes said. Tell him what he said when he came on about the last time that he was on.
I don't remember. Sorry, I was still trying to get my stuff up and running. I wasn't focused on that.
That was a really good compliment. I was really excited for you to talk about it.
CJ Jenkins received my beautiful book today, Rock and Soul. Great show tonight. Thank you so much,
Oh, nice.
CJ.
Glad you got it.
Enjoy the book. It's really cool.
Yeah, I'm glad you got it. Well, what Paul said was, he's like, the last time you were on is, we were really excited at the fact that you told us about Midnight Hammer and when it was going to happen and how it was going to. Now you remember.
I do. Sorry.
And how it, how it was going to go down, and then literally it went down right after, within a couple of hours. And he's like, oh, well, that Matt Spear and Don't Unfriend Me team. You know what I'm saying? So he was kind of
impressed.
Yeah. So it was a nice compliment. So here is, let's see. Every veteran knows this woman because every base has her. Every forward operating base has it of any major size. Any overseas base has it. And it's the civilian contractor who is the psychiatrist or psychologist for the base. They usually work for the VA. They usually report directly to command. And every single one of them look just like this.
Hi, my name is Amanda. I was in the military. I now work as a licensed mental health professional on an active duty military installation.
I swear to God, I did not watch this. I swear on the Lord's name, I did not watch this. And I just saw her picture and somebody commented that this crazy is on every base. And I'm like, she's got to be a psychologist or a psychiatrist. I guarantee it. They all look like this. They are literally white, liberal, horrible human beings who hate the military members that they serve. And they're just looking for a reason to discharge them medically.
Marines, love those knuckleheads. And I just wanted to say that if you are enlisted in the military and you are, I don't know, like maybe a year out on that initial contract and you've been on the fence about getting out, get the fuck out. Look, man, I'm not here to solve the Marine Corps' retention problem. I don't work for them. I will tell you, as a veteran, whatever fucking nightmare that has started, not only do you not want to be a part of it, even though you're young and you think you do and you're going to go out there and like smash skulls or whatever, or like save people, you're not. And you're not protecting the United States. We are the bully. We don't need protection. We are fucking thick as thieves with Israel. Private companies make money. War is a racket. War is a fucking racket. And if you talk to veterans of previous eras when there was combat and war, which is insane, bro, because like we have only been out of Afghanistan for what, 5 years? Ask them what their experiences were like. Ask them what their recovery, their reintegration, transition. Ask them how that went. And for a lot of us,
oh my God, there's one on every base.
Do you think she works there still?
No, she's cooked. She's toast. Base commander got her. They yanked her ass.
Mel, thank you, man.
Thank you, Mel. 51.99, 185.29. I guarantee they yanked her ass. I guarantee that whoever's in charge of the medical corps, if this is Navy, so it's Marine Corps, so there's probably a corpsman, there's probably a commander there who's in charge, who is in charge of mental health for the base. That when she posted that, he got an email like 5 seconds later, and he dragged her in her office and he fired her ass.
I don't understand why people not understand that even though you may only have 5 friends on your page, when you post something to your page, that it's going to get out and your employer is going to see it. Do you not see the example of these nurses that have been fired and these people that have been fired from their jobs? Apparently, they're just, they're not smart. I don't understand why.
I see a lot of people commenting, trolls have no power. You don't understand. Olivia, can you help people understand that when I commit to something that I don't break it?
Yes.
Okay. So once I change my mind on something, I don't touch it. No power. There's a reason why that person hasn't said anything in weeks, because I will never, ever give them a platform on this show ever again. So that's it. It was fun for a while. It's done. So already gone, already banned. No comment. Just poof, gone.
I got it last night. I didn't even see it tonight. You got it.
Don't even care. There's one of those on every base. There's more than one. And most of them work at the VA. Most of them work at the veterans hospitals, but a lot of them work overseas. And it is literally white liberal women who come out of college and can't get a job because they don't have the capability. So they go apply for the federal government and they say, okay, well, we'll pay for your schooling. You got to go 4 years over and work in Japan or work in Qatar or work in Germany. And you got to go work for the VA. And that's what they do to these people. Deshanti, hello. But like I said, there's one on every base. They all look the same. Moving on, 185.29, folks. We are 21:09. We're probably not going to be on longer than 2020. So we're probably going to be in 11 minutes. Get out of here. I'm going to put, nope, we're on 0 to hit goal. So there it is.
Everyone's been asking about the Kurds.
I'm coming.
I'm just letting you know.
Be patient, people. Jeez.
You don't want to be patient.
My God. It's coming right now. We're here right now. You know what? I'm going to move on and do something else. No. Kurdish forces. Let's talk about it. We got an announcement earlier. Remember last night I told you, I said there's going to be several waves to this. The first wave is ultimately taking out defensive systems, selecting their coastal batteries, their integrated air defense systems, command and control communications, computers, et cetera, and limiting their ability. But then in the second wave, there would be the attrition, the second wave would be absorption, which is handling all of the rocket and the battery attacks that were going to take place. And we knew that the kinetic attacks were going to take place from Iran, which they did, which is we saw. And some of them got through. We knew they would. That's the way it works. Keith, you might want to stay for the second part. So then the third phase would be to go after their physical inventory, which would be to anything left over, go after their caves, hardened bunkers, literally track and do HK missions, HK hunter kill, which is allow them to fire off a rocket, get that signature, and then go in and kill that area. And unfortunately, that is just cause and effect, and it was going to happen. And HK teams are needed. You have to allow the enemy to fire their batteries in order to pinpoint them and then HK them. That's just, it happens. Good night, Keith. So that is what we saw in phase 2 to 3. And phase 4, I said, would be the United States not doing ground operations, but the CIA getting involved. And the CIA would need to create civil unrest inside northern and southern Iran in order to destabilize the region and to have command focus on using ground forces and pushing them to the southern and northern parts of Iran to stop civil war and cities be overtaken and forces overtaking the IRGC, which would make Tehran susceptible and less fortified against Iranian civilians overtaking and rising up against the military, right? Mm-hmm. Guess what's happening today? Well, the Kurds are getting involved. Remember, there's things that I talk about, and then there's things that I kind of just sit and wait. Remember, I told you last night I was waiting for something. This is part 1. Part 2, hopefully, is tomorrow, which I'm thinking it probably will be, and that's when Leroy's on, and we can talk about all this stuff. But I'm timing it, and here is the Kurdish announcement.
Fox News Alert, we told you at the top of the hour, big news that thousands of Iraqi Kurds just launched a new ground offensive in Iran. And White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt was asked about it today at the briefing.
The Trump administration reportedly is considering arming Kurdish forces in the hopes of inspiring a popular uprising in Iran. Could you comment on that report?
I could comment on the fact that the president has held many calls with partners, allies, and leaders in the region, in the Middle East. He did speak to Kurdish leaders with respect to our
Go take care of your dad, and God bless, Keith. We'll talk to you later, buddy.
Base that we have in northern Iraq. But as for any report suggesting that the president has agreed to any such plan is completely false and should not be written.
Fox News Alert, we told you at the top of the hour, big...
Excuse me. So what's happening? Well, if you guys know some history, the Kurds have been involved in multiple conflicts. We've used the Kurds in Syria. We've used the Kurds in Iraq. We've used the Kurds in Operation Enduring, OEF and OIF. And we've used the Kurds quite a bit. We used them in Afghanistan against Taliban. We use them for the northern parts and the western side of Afghanistan going up against Taliban. They were some of the forces that laid down their weapons and fled into Tajikistan when the Taliban in the north and the south, once Joe Biden did the exfil. We saw this for over a year where Afghani forces were overcoming Afghani regulars. So we've used the Kurds a lot. And in 2017, when we pulled out of Syria with Assad, the Kurds helped a lot, and we kind of left them. And we haven't treated them correctly, let's say. They are a very intense fighting force. They are a sporadic fighting force. They are essentially a mercenary force that the CIA has used on multiple occasions. These are northern Iraqi Kurds. Now, understand the Shiites, which are in Iran, which predominantly run Iran from the Arabic standpoint, or Shiites. And the Kurds have a lot of family and a lot of Kurdish prisoners and townsfolk and citizens in southern Iran who are under the boot of the mullahs, the Ayatollah, and the clerics. And these Kurdish fighters desperately want them to be free. Folks, 185.29, we are $115. Is that right?
Yeah, $115.
$115 away. Really hoping we can dig in and make it happen. It's a good show tonight. We would appreciate your help if you would not mind, please. So the CIA has been working. I'm going to be careful. Deborah says Matt needs a Snickers.
That was a while ago, I think.
Oh.
I don't know what it was on.
So the CIA has been, I'm not going to go into what the CIA is doing. What I'm going to tell you is that there is a massive human intelligence effort from CIA to arm and to initiate Kurdish open rebellion from Iraqi Kurdish forces to move into Iran and to create guerrilla warfare, disruption of supply lines, to attack and initiate guerrilla warfare strategies. And I'm going to use the word skirmishes, and people who have been in the military will understand what I'm saying, and the people who won't can hopefully pick up what I'm saying. But you want basically small forces moving very, very quickly to engage larger forces and then retreat to caves, retreat to hardened areas of protection or out of reach areas based upon the overall weapon systems that IRGC has, to basically do a stick and move type thing, to lure them out and then finish them off with very well placed, designed tactical shots to eliminate officers and higher ranking IRGC members, which removes the head of the snake, and then engage those with the larger Kurdish forces to eliminate and eradicate opposition in the southern part of Iran. I hope that makes sense. Essentially, you're going to have snipers go ahead and kill as many of them as you can. They'll follow, they'll put them in kill zones, and they will just essentially do guerrilla warfare, guerrilla tactics, similar to what the Filipinos did, what happened in Taliban in Afghanistan, what they did to the Russians, what they did to the U.S. And this is what the Kurdish forces will do. They did the same thing in Syria. So this creates a counterinsurgency. Now, these people are fucking lethal. I mean, these people they've been fighting for 3,000 years, and the women are just as lethal and devastating. And you've heard me say that I don't believe women should be in combat. When I say that, I mean American women, because Israelis and the Kurds and a lot of other countries have incredible women fighters. This is the Kurds right here, and this is a little introduction onto who they are. This is a good one. You'll like this. Here it is.
Fox News Alert, we told you at the top of the hour, big news that thousands of Iraqi Kurds just launched a new ground offensive in Iran. And White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt was asked about it today at the briefing.
I think it's up.
The Trump administration reportedly is considering arming Kurdish forces in the hopes of inspiring a popular uprising.
Jeez, lady.
Okay, I'm so.
As a revolutionary woman, I have the best feeling in the world. We have never thought Kurdish girls should not be involved in revolutions. We have always fought shoulder to shoulder with men.
Here in the mountains of Iraqi Kurdistan, these Kurdish female fighters have been training for years. They've been our allies in the fight against ISIS. Now they're spoiling for a new fight. The Ayatollah in their sights. They're desperate to liberate their Kurdish families across Iran.
The regime has behaved brutally, not only against the Kurds, but also against its own people.
Just 3 weeks ago, 20-year-old Galara was living a much different life in Iran. Then she saw it for herself. The regime's crackdown, Kurds and Persians alike massacred in the streets. She fled her old home to join this all-female fighting force, intent on liberating the Kurdish minority towns she left behind.
Before coming here,
I didn't like that unshouldering of that firearm. Can I watch that again, please, Siri? Let me see this.
Fled her old home to join this all-female fighting force, intent on liberating the Kurdish minority towns she left behind.
No, fuck that. No, fuck never. No, no, nope. That looks good on Few Good Men. It looks good when Marines are doing it with M1 Garands that are polished with with gold, silver-plated barrels and white polish. Any military there want to go ahead and fire an AK-47 and then grab it by its muzzle and flip it around right at you? Anybody gonna do that? Am I wrong?
Yeah, they're pointing it at themselves.
Yeah, it's stupid.
She fled her old home to join this all.
I mean, it looks good, but it's not.
Female fighting force, intent on liberating the Kurdish minority towns she left behind.
before coming here, I was in the protests for 4 to 5 days. Now, with no doubt, our people here and in Iranian Kurdistan do not fear a war.
When will you decide to go in, to start the fight?
First, I want to thank America for its position against the Islamic Republic and its crimes.
Commanding this unit, 27-year-old Adila. She calls for an independent Kurdistan, a dream denied for generations. 40 million of her people have been subjugated and scattered across Turkey, Syria, Iraq, and Iran.
I want America to attack the core of the Islamic Republic. To topple a regime that has committed all these crimes over 47 years requires outside support. Our struggle is ongoing, and Kurdistan's Free Army has been active inside the land, in Iran.
Their unit, like the men's, holds here in the mountains, praying for the United States to start a war in the sky so they can start theirs on the ground.
All right, so people want to know what the ideology. Go ahead and put them in. Just knock out the little ones, and so thank you. 203.75 or 203. 203.05 is where we're at. 1776. Robert Petrowski. Thank you, Robert. That might be new.
Yeah.
Petrowski. That I got. That one I got on lockdown. It's not liquor burger.
Liquor burger.
Liquor furry burger. So, folks, we're still $97 away from goal, but we're going to finish this show. So we're probably going to take it to 21:30, and then we are leaving. Here's the problem. Kurdish. I want you to be very understanding. There's different Kurds. Now, when you talk about the northern Iraqis, they have fought with us. They fought with us against ISIS. They fought with us hunting down the Caliphate and ISIS, Al-Qaeda. These are Western civilization supporting. These are nationalists. But some Kurdish forces are non-secular, which means non-religious. There's leftist Kurdish forces, but in Syria, they fought with us against Assad. In Iraq, they helped us hunt terrorists down, and specifically this group, the ones of those females that you saw, and the ones that just went into the southern Iran. These are Western traditionalist nationalists, Kurdish forces, and they are freedom fighters. They have a relationship with the PKK.
That's the PKK.
It's right there. I've got notes up there for you. So the PKK is the Kurdistan Workers' Party.
Okay.
But the PKK was recognized as a terrorist organization. So there's people who are in the Kurdish forces who have relationships with the PKK, but that's not these forces that we're talking about. Those forces are in Turkey. Those forces have a relationship in Pakistan, and they are not considered friends to the United States. But the Peshmerga, which are the forces that are allied with U.S. troops, 2014 helped push back in Syria, and then also in the Caliphate were supportive. These people are the Peshmerga, and they are the good forces of the Kurds. However, even after really abandoning them in Syria, which we did, and also abandoning them in Iraq, they are still utmost loyal to the United States because we kill terrorists, and they love that. So they are not people who feel sorry for themselves. They are not the people who need attention and safe spaces. They understand that the relationship with the United States is one of mutual benefit at the time, but not a long-term like the groups of ISIS-K that came out of Osama bin Laden and Al-Qaeda came out with a deep disdain for the United States because they felt we abandoned them. And we did not sustain a relationship with them post-modern war with Russia. And this created that power vacuum. The Kurds don't have that disillusionment. They understand that the United States isn't going to hold their hand for the rest of their lives. But while they're at it, as long as they're killing terrorists, they like that. They do prefer to stand alone, but they want the unification of their own sovereign territory. And the Kurds need it. And this is what the CIA is planning, is to take southern Iran and give it to the Kurds. Remember what I told you, that they would try to go ahead and take the 9 provinces of Iran from the north and the south, and that way Tehran, it would lower the country. Because right now, you guys, you could put Germany, you could put Spain, you put Portugal, you put France, you can put England, you can put pretty much all of Eastern Europe right inside of Iraq. That's how big it is. It's massive. It's 2/3 the size of the United States, or 1/3 the size of the United States.
It was that big.
Oh, it's massive. So what they want to do is they want to put the southern forces there to push up and force the IRGC into Tehran. It creates a smaller area. It pushes them from the western side, which opens up the Gulf. It takes away their coastal batteries. It stops any type of kinetic attacks on our vessels and ships, laying mines, putting anti-ship missiles. This is going to create that. Now, will this work? It really depends on how strategic the IRGC and their level of communication and organization that they still have. I don't feel that these IRGC forces are going to engage with the Kurds at this level. They don't have air support. They don't have eyes in the sky. They don't have any they have infantry, but they don't have any mechanized units. So any of these forces that come out of Tehran to go support the southern side of Iran, they're going to get obliterated by U.S. forces. A-10 Warthogs are going to fucking light them up. You're going to have B-1B bombers dropping on them. They are just going to make a demilitarized zone where the top portion of from Tehran to that lower portion of Iran is going to be a DMZ. So this is the goal. They're going to continue to supply these weaponry. They're going to continue to push these people into taking back, and more than likely going to separate Iran into a 2-country or 3-country state.
That's what it needs to be.
That's what it needs to be. The Kurds need their own country. They need their own sovereignty. Now we just hope they do the job. This is important. I had a video of the Iran prince. Go ahead and put that last one in, baby. I think we're done for the night. I think people have done the best that they can do. I want to say, I want to thank God. Nighttime, I get stuffy. Chuck Peterson comes in. Kurdistan. There you go.
I like that.
Persia do. Thank you, Chuck. Princess Over Goal 328. Please donate if you can. Even $1 from each helps. Kathleen and I are looking forward to see you all in person on Friday, March 13th. We're excited. It's right around the corner.
Yes.
Here is a video. I'm going to play this because it's important. Then we're going to get the hell out of here. There's one from Trump and then there's one from the prince who is in exile for Iran. And I thought this was a really interesting thing. Now, if he shows up right now, they're going to kill his ass. But this is an interesting one. Watch this.
All of our friends around the world, under the yoke of the Islamic Republic, Iran is identified in your minds with terrorism, extremism, and poverty. The real Iran is a different Iran, a beautiful, peace-loving, and flourishing Iran. It is the Iran that existed before the Islamic Republic, and it is the Iran that will rise again from its ashes the day the Islamic Republic falls. So let me be clear about how a free Iran will act towards its neighbors and the world after the fall of this regime. In security and foreign policy, Iran's nuclear military program will end. Support for terrorist groups will cease immediately. A free Iran will work with regional and global partners to confront terrorism, organized crime, drug trafficking, and extremist Islamism. Iran will act as a friend and a stabilizing force in the region, and it will be a responsible partner in global security. In diplomacy, relations with the United States will be normalized, and our friendship with America and her people will be restored. The State of Israel will be recognized immediately. We will pursue the expansion of the Abraham Accords into the Cyrus Accords, bringing together a free Iran, Israel, and the Arab world.
That's a pretty lofty expectation.
It is,
and Kurdistan is pretty safe to assume, which means the land of the Kurds. Stan is land of, and then Kurds and Kurdistan. Listen, the man speaks like a reformer. He does not speak like a hardliner. He speaks like a visionary. The problem is that if you put him in the country right now, he'll be murdered the next day. So what you need to do is you need to continue to take away the IRGC and the military from Iran. They need another 3 to 4 weeks of consistent bombing and spreading out the pockets of resistance, HKing these targets, and giving them complete inability for command and control, for ISR, and the ability to repel any type of attacks. Right now, we've dominated the airspace. Now we need to ensure that their defenses are taken down. They still have electronic warfare capabilities. They still have retaliatory capabilities. And you don't want to get in a land war here. Let the Kurds do it. But you can cut off a very large portion of Iran in the south with air support and intelligence. And that is the one thing that the CIA is going to have to do. You're going to have to give prolonged air support. Right now they're using, I guess I can say this, I don't care. Yeah, I can say this. So it was costing us $2 million to use Patriot 2 missiles to shoot down drones, and it's not cost effective. These drones cost $35,000. Well, now it costs about $2,200 to shoot them down. Would anyone like to know how they're doing it? Apaches. So the airspeed of these drones is, I'm not going to go into overall airspeeds on the drones or the Apaches, but the Apaches can intercept these drones now, and we have the ability to target them and HK them. And they're using essentially 20 millimeter rounds to fire into these drones. It takes about 10 rounds per to blow them up. And they are now, Apaches are kicking the living shit out of these drones. So this costs about $2,300 a flight, not Iron Beam. Iron Beam, drones are very, very small, and David Sling, Iron Beam, Patriot 2 are not designed to kill small, massive amounts of units. This is a perfect job for Apaches. So the Israelis are now flying Apaches and taking out these drones. I've got some video I can show you.
Mel just said IRGC is moving.
Of course
HQs
they are. They're just like Hamas. Of course they are. They've been trained by they're a proxy. Absolutely. I'll show you one video of this, and then I got to get going. We got to go.
Yes.
I know. I'm having fun. You just want to know what I can do with my little finger.
It's been my last night of 45. Watch our show.
What?
It's been my last night of 45.
Oh, yeah. I was going to tell people
Patricia Luza, thank you so much. Love the show.
That's new,
we love
yeah?
you. Appreciate you. I've seen her in chat before.
Okay. First time donating, yeah?
All
right, I'm going to show you something, and I'm going to show you guys something. I think I could show you this.
We'd be 100% sure.
I'm sure.
Okay.
Kinda. No, I'm sure. So if sure. So you'll see a Sahid drone here, which I showed you last night, and you're about to see what can happen. That's it. 10 rounds, $2,300. Welcome to Apache. You got to pay for fuel. You got to pay for a few 20mm rounds, and guaranteed cooks drones. So that's the reaction. So they're getting. Thank you, Patricia. So AH-64s Apaches are now in. So this is the United States is going to come up. So by giving Israel these Apaches and helping them, this opens up to different. For Cobras can do this. You can use rockets to hit these drones. These drones are not necessarily. They don't have eyes behind them. So once they're on path, they've got forward looking. And we've reverse engineered these drones, and until we can find cheaper options, this is the best way. Soon, we may have some Patricia, thank you for buying the shirt. Soon, we might have some options to use electronic countermeasures to bring these drones down in their flight paths. We have reverse engineered them. The more we kill, the more their vulnerabilities are showing, and hopefully a couple E2Cs can fly, 3,000 feet above and scramble the signal of these damn things and bring them down themselves. But for right now, Apaches seem to be working at a low-cost initiative for the government. The United States will figure it out. We have all the weaponry in the world. There's something in our arsenal that we have that can take these things down. Here's the last video. We are literally done after this, I promise you. This is Donald Trump. Olivia wants to hear this. This is Donald Trump just signed an executive order to cap energy costs for people expanding like here for data centers, saying you cannot up the price on citizens like you and I. Our bill has gone up like 40% and capping it based upon data center consumption. Because what's happening is the data centers are using a shit ton of energy.
And they're putting the cost on us.
That's right. So here's Donald Trump doing this.
You're going to be signing a proclamation announcing the Ratepayer Protection Pledge. This is going to ensure American AI dominance in the years ahead, while also ensuring that American ratepayers, ordinary Americans paying their electric bills, aren't paying anything more. And along with the proclamation that you're signing, each of the CEOs and industry representatives that we have present here will be signing an actual copy of the Ratepayer Protection Pledge, committing them to your vision for this industry going forward.
Pretty good, right?
And let me say to the press, thank you so much for being here. It was fantastic. After the pledges are signed, if we can have you move out of the room as quickly as you can so we can do a little bit of business. But thank you for being here at this thing. And as you heard, the summary of the Trump agenda is lower prices, higher wages.
Fantastic. Absolutely love it. And
Yes.
and they've been raking us through the coals.
So I wonder if we're going to see a decrease in our bill. Do you
Yeah,
think we
it's
will?
not an executive order, it's a proclamation. So works a little bit differently. Somebody just asked a question about donations. Can you answer that for me?
Where is it?
It's right here.
Can we donate outside of this? Yeah, you can go to thedumbshow.com/donate and donate anytime. And yeah, it will count. So
Yeah. So you don't have to do it exactly in this. You can do it outside as well. So just so you guys understand the difference between a proclamation and an executive order. An executive order is the executive branch will use these as a parameter for all states and all powers of the federal government to impose upon completing a directive. A proclamation is kind of like a wish. And it's not a wish, but it's basically saying, listen, states, you should not do this to the people. And then that can ultimately get the ball rolling for legislation to be proposed. This will be proposed. These rate hikes that they're doing on the American people is extensive.
We shouldn't be paying for their AI, for the data centers. There's no reason.
That's right. 30% increase is absolutely
if they want to
horrible.
build them, they can pay for it. It's like, why should we have to float the bill?
Yeah, so you're right. It's a proclamation, not an executive order. But ultimately, this is a step for Congress to do something and for the states to go ahead and propose something. This kind of sets the guide. He's the leader of the Republican Party. Red states will follow this and start proposing legislation based upon this proclamation. And then hopefully it takes off nationally and all states do it. This lowers prices. This is about affordability. This kind of puts the Democrats on the clock to get behind that affordability trope that they've been pushing. I hope that helps. Glad it's a good show. It's been a fun show. We absolutely love you. Mel, thank you for your help. If you want to donate after the show, once again, you go to thedomeshow.com/donate. You can also pick up shirts, hats, and coffee. Go pick up some coffee, folks. I'm telling you, grocery store prices, gourmet taste. We're going to be back tomorrow. It's going to be Leroy and I, as long as everything's copacetic with him. He's been busy. But we're going to go ahead and have him on. And then Friday is Jacket, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
So Olivia and I are going to be purchasing the jackets here on Saturday. We're going to wait for, or do we just want to wait till Monday? No, let's just get them done.
Well, we have to order February's. We haven't ordered February's yet.
That's what I just said.
Yeah, we'll do them. We'll do them this weekend, February's, and then March's will be done at the end of March. So
perfect.
We order them once a month. So we will do them this Saturday.
Lou Holtz died. That sucks.
Who's Lou Holtz?
He was head coach of Notre Dame. I actually got to meet him in Miami when we went to the Orange Bowl, Colorado versus Notre Dame, and I got to meet him. Very nice man. That sucks. That's a legend, an absolute legend. One of the greatest coaches ever to for college football. He was incredible. And then he did the Gamecocks too. I think South Carolina head coach as well after he left Notre Dame. But he was also on ESPN and college football. He's fantastic. Little bit of a dink, but still a great coach. All right, folks, we're out of here. We'll see you tomorrow. God bless. 7 o'clock. Please share, like, and subscribe. Thanks for watching tonight. Take it easy. Bye.
Adjusting transmitter output.
This is the Don't Unfriend Me Show with your hosts, Matt, Leroy, Amy, and Olivia. Geopolitics, military analysis, and election coverage. Coming to you live on all major social media channels at The Dumb Show. Honest, direct, unfiltered. We can agree, we can disagree. Just don't unfriend me.